studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Good morning. Hang on.
I think you need to clear those pipes, man.
Good morning, everybody. There we go. Whoop, whoop. I've been smoking a little under a pack a day lately.
It sounded like, but that's how you get a good radio voice.
I'm trying.
If you're trying
to
to
get
go
a little grovelly.
See, I have two. There are two voices in this world that I envy. One's long past, John Facenda, who, for my mind, is the greatest
radio announcer.
Not a radio guy. I was trying to find a broader term than that. But you know who John Facenda was?
I don't.
John Facenda was the autumn wind.
Okay, yeah, I know.
He is the voice of the NFL films as I grew up. And the other guy is an actor named Peter Coyote, who does all of the front lines and Novas and all of the documentary stuff for that guy that does all the documentaries. His voice and I think to get to where those guys are, you had to have had at some point in your life a pretty heavy cigarette habit.
Yeah, I like. Have you ever heard? Do you have Sirius in your car?
Well, I'm accustomed. Yeah, I don't have it currently, but I've had it.
On channel 26. It's called Classic Vinyl.
Uh-huh.
There's a fella who's been doing radio for like 60 years. His name's Earl Bailey.
I know, yeah.
And I think Earl Bailey
is but that's a different thing.
It's like the coolest.
Yeah, that's smooth. That's a different. I'm talking about the guys that, like John Facenda was a poet. I mean, he wrote and did all that kind of stuff, and I've always appreciated that. And Coyote's just got a voice that I always thought was just spectacular. I would never be cool enough to be Earl Bailey.
He's the coolest.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't aspire to that because I couldn't do it.
You could do it, man.
Well, I mean, that's a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep on, but keep on keeping on. Something like that.
That's smooth. So, no, that's not me. I wish I could.
Yeah. Well, and Earl Bailey never starts his show by hacking and gagging either.
Well, he doesn't have to go on at 6 a.m. either. He's doing doing his show about 2 a.m. when the vibe is right.
When the mood is right. No, you're right. But yeah, I'm finally getting over being sick.
There's something going around, man.
I think I had a sinus infection. That was a disaster
I
last
think I
night.
woke up with a sore throat this morning.
Well, here's what's happening in that little gestational pool we call schools. So all of our kids are all gathering together, and they're going to spread that stuff to the rest of us over the next month. So most of San Antonio is going to have a sniffle or a sneeze if you've got kids or friends of those who have kids.
Yeah.
In the next month, because all those little snot-nosed rats are together again.
Disgusting.
It's first day of school for your youngest today,
Yeah,
right?
My little one's at school first day.
And that's Comal.
Comal ISD.
They have to be the last, those lucky devils.
Certainly, I would assume. I mean, it feels like they're already way, way behind, but
Did you get breakfast this morning?
No.
No, I guess they're not up yet.
No. They're up by now, I'm sure.
Is Mrs. Hoffman hold the sign kind of this is first day of?
Oh yeah, he's got one of those for his whole life. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Do you still have it wants to be when he grows up?
He was showing. She was showing him his old ones last night at dinner.
Uh-huh.
And kindergarten, he was like, "When I grow up, I want to be Batman."
Yeah. Now, I hope he still has that.
I think there's still a little part of him that's like, it would be pretty badass.
It's still possible,
It would be kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know if she knows. She has she got the custom made boards. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she knows where they are since we've moved.
Still in the boxes, and
so
the fact at his age, getting him to hold that is a whole other struggle.
Yeah, he's trying to be cool.
You got to get it to them right after they wake up when they're still not quite coherent.
And not only is he trying to be cool, I mean, he's trying to be cool in a new place.
That's right, man. This is a big day. It's gonna be great. Everybody's new.
He's worried he's gonna get knocked down and kicked in the
those
damn,
tough Stone Oak kids are gonna be hard to deal with.
Yes.
In the hard Scrabble streets of Bulverde.
You never know. I mean, I tell them, man, hey, man, I'm sorry.
Mi barrio.
It's not linear.
We put you in the hood, S.A. We put you in the hood.
Last I checked, there's not a Martin Luther King Boulevard in Bulverde. There's not a Cesar Chavez Avenue rolling through New Braunfels, is there? I think you're good.
No, but he is going to a new school, so he's got a little nerves today, and then football starts tomorrow.
Awesome.
So he's got to get to, and they do early morning football, so it's going to be long days for him. But good to get him started.
So no practice after school. They do all of their practice in the morning.
So they do practice before school, and then his last period is athletics, and they do weightlifting and film watching in athletics.
But they don't have field space, so they do that in the morning.
Right.
Gosh.
Yep.
Youth is wasted on the young.
Yeah. I don't know if it's for lack of field space or if it's a heat thing.
Probably a heat thing.
You think it is? Times have changed.
It's hot, man.
Oh, times times have changed. Of course they have.
My coaches are like, man, it's too cool to practice. We don't start till it's at least 85 and 85% humidity, or what's the point?
Yeah, they got like these kids are soft now. Soft kids.
Everyone is.
They get to drink water at practice.
They're allowed to have water.
Weak.
We didn't get water unless we were good.
That's right. Coach Bear Bryant never gave.
Unless we played good, we didn't get water. Then our coaches. This is back in the day, and I didn't play a lot of the. By the time I was in high school, I was playing mostly basketball. But I was young enough remember Gator gum? They came up with Gatorade gum.
Yeah.
Which basically was made to extract every bit of fluid from your body. I don't know. It made you thirstier.
Well, that doesn't seem.
Well, at some point we got some kind of like Gatorade gift pack at our high school where we got all the stuff. We got the mixes and the bottles, and we had a bunch, like a case of this Gator gum. Well, I'm all about new science. I'm an early adopter, so we all grabbed our Gator gum and went out to practice, and all of us just about died that day because we weren't ever going to get water, so we thought the Gator gum will get us through. Well, the Gator gum was like chewing sand. By about 20 minutes in, you couldn't even swallow. It was so dry. Coach wasn't going to give us any water. I mean, we're only an hour into practice.
See, for me, gum was for wrestling. I would walk around with an empty Pepsi bottle and chewing gum and just spitting whatever fluid my body created from chewing gum into the bottle.
So try to lose weight?
Yeah.
See, we weren't trying to lose weight.
No.
We were just trying to stay alive.
That's why I say I don't know that chewing gum.
There it is, the green pack, yeah.
Gator gum. No, I've never tried it.
Well, it's delicious. I'm surprised it's gone.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it didn't last.
Is that Fleer Gator gum?
It looks like at least at some point Fleer Gator gum. Maybe that was a.
Did they put that in baseball card packs? What is that?
That's the tub of Gator gum.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So like a bucket.
Yeah.
It looks like a to-go
That's
cup.
kind of like what we got at the school. It was just like a case of this stuff. So we all reached in.
I remember that. Yeah.
And it was bright yellow.
Look how much it is. 20 cents.
20 cents. It was bright yellow, and it tasted kind of like powdered the green or the OG Gatorade. So it basically extracted every bit of fluid from your body into the gum, and you died a horrible dry death.
I wouldn't
unless you played good.
So I think I'm soft compared to you guys because by the time I was in high school, we did get Gatorade and water at practice.
Oh,
but if they offered,
real Gatorade or Powerade?
We had real Gatorade at my school. Yeah, I didn't.
Lucky.
rich bastard.
We got Kool-Aid.
Says the private school kid.
Exactly.
Says the
poor.
private school
we
kid.
Poor.
But
you Catholics are drinking that wine.
Yeah, we are.
But I can't. To this day, I hate fruit punch flavored Gatorade.
Oh, gosh,
I don't like red Gatorade. It doesn't. It makes me feel. Makes me feel awful. Yeah. So like.
I like the green one or the yellow one.
Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, they had a Gatorade flavor called Citrus Cooler.
The orange one.
It wasn't orange, but it wasn't the yellow. It was like the mix of the two.
Whatever that one was, that's one everybody got, I thought. Yeah.
They did, because that was the Michael Jordan Gatorade. Citrus Cooler was the Michael Jordan Gatorade. And they don't make it anymore. Well, at least I haven't seen them.
Well, that's OG stuff here.
Okay. But Citrus Cooler was the best flavor, followed by orange and the yellow green, whatever it was, lemon lime.
Yeah, lemon lime. That's the one I like.
Red is at the bottom. I would rather not drink. I would rather pick up the grass from the field and just chew on it than have somebody squirt red Gatorade in my mouth.
There's Michael on the left.
Yeah, that's
we all wanted to be like Mike.
Of course. But it was also a superior flavor.
Well, this was even before Michael. I'm talking
sure
about
it was,
early
but
80s.
These were in glass bottles.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
but
yeah, the bottles were glass. Yeah.
All I'm saying is when Jordan was repping Gatorade, that was his
But those
flavor.
were kind of the OG flavors. The yellow was the very first one, and I think the citrus one was the sun. That's the one I remember more than any other. But and the orange one was also tasted good, but it also was one of those things that felt like it dried you out.
Yeah.
It made me thirstier drinking the orange.
Now, I wish we had like the when I was a kid, I wish we would have had the Glacier Freeze and stuff like that. Though that blue is pretty good.
Shoot, I didn't. When I was coaching CYO, unless 5 of my kids had blue mustaches, I knew we weren't going to have a good game. I needed everybody to have a blue mustache before tip. Hey, you're not warmed up, kid.
Yeah,
Caden, have you had your Gatorade? No, that was Powerade. Caden, Jaden, Hayden.
Are you
Eldon?
sure? You sure you weren't coaching a baseball team?
They're all Aidens, every one of them.
Connor, Caden,
Connor.
Aiden, Colton.
Caden, have you had your blue Gatorade?
Chance.
Get yourself warmed up.
Oh, jeez.
Banjo, Eli, Wingspan,
Major.
Stormy.
Oh boy. I say that as my son Holden started school today.
Hey, I'm the father to Klay Thompson. I can say nothing.
All right. We got a fun show planned for you today, friends. We had some football last night. We'll talk about that. How important is Trey Hendrickson? Maybe more than we thought. But Bengals get the job done, so maybe not. We'll talk about that coming up next. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on the Blitz after 2 bad preseason games, the Cowboys are back home. In fact, they're continuing training camp at the Star in Frisco.
Shireen Williams with ProFootballTalk.com will join us at 5:15.
And the latest on Project Marvel is that Thursday City Council meeting looms.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Lowe's knows to bring your vision to life, it's important to find the right color. That's why MyLowe's Rewards members get a free Valspar paint or exterior stain sample to test your look to confidently refresh your space. Offer valid in-store only 8/7 to 8/20. Limit 1 per customer while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See associate for details. Rewards program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. That's ziprecruiter.com/radio. ziprecruiter.com/radio.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Guys, are you always tired and ready to do something about getting your energy back but just don't have the time? Synergenics and Low T Center have the solution. New at-home TRT, personalized to you, delivered straight to your door. Affordable treatment options available. Learn more at fixmylowt.com.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Morning Huddle. You got another thing coming.
I can see the album cover.
Yeah.
I hit the post on that one.
Yeah, you did.
All right. Bengals Commanders wrapped up week 2 of the preseason last night. Bengals got a 31-17 win, but boy, it did open up some questions about their defense because holy crap, do they look really bad on one side of the football. And they were lucky that the Commanders were turning the football over, let the Bengals get back into that game. But the more I look at it, I don't know if the Bengals can be a playoff team again. I thought last year might have been the anomaly. I'm not sure that with this defense they can be a playoff team.
I would, it's still preseason, but the emphasis that Taylor put on a fast start this year, it's well documented how the Bengals have started the years, and with their intent on being full speed at the starting whistle is the worst possible thing that could happen to them right now, because these are their ones. This wasn't like this isn't. They're running schemes and doing things so that they don't have to worry about starting out 0-3,
right,
and kind of revving up the engine. This is the engine, and they're getting hammered. And it's not like the Commanders were a fully functioning offense. They didn't have the running back. They didn't have one of their wide receivers, and for 2 series. Holy cow. I mean, they were speed bumps. So, I obviously, they're not as bad as that. It is still preseason, but can Burrow and company score 35 points a game? Because that's what it's going to take.
It is what it's going to take. Yeah, and that's
it's a big ask. Not that they can't do it, but the opportunities are going to get more and more. They're just going to get squeezed, and it's just not going to happen unless they find some way to shore up the defense. And by their actions, Hendricks is not primary of their concerns, or at least the clock hasn't struck midnight for him, whatever the case is. I don't know what ownership can do. Look at their team in the face, look at their fans in the face today and say, no, we're not going to pay him. I just can't imagine you wake up today and try to justify your financial situation.
Through 5 games, going all the way back to 2019, the Bengals have had a winning record through 5 games once in the last 6 years.
So that to me is the concern, right? Because the Cowboys, you could just say, well, they're not playing everybody, even though they look god-awful. That's not everything.
It's just hard to dig out of a hole. Once you've dug that hole, it's hard to get out of that. Last year they started 1-4, and they end up just missing the playoffs. They were honestly, they won their last 5 games. They would have been one of the scariest teams had they made the playoffs, just because if you get to the playoffs and you have Joe Burrow, you've got a shot. But over the course, it's one thing in a playoff run, but over the course of a 17-game season, your defense is going to matter. And they lost games last year where they gave up 38, 44, 41. It's like you can't win consistently when you do that.
AJ, you hang around long enough, you start seeing things repeat. And this is feeling very Dan Marino-esque. This is feeling very much like this superstar talent, this arm, the likes of which only comes around every 15, 20 years, just gets wasted because the team doesn't understand how to, augment, protect, and it doesn't have just to do with the offense. It has to do with the defense. It has to do with special teams. It has to do with the coach. All those things that go into a winning program that get you to playoffs and Super Bowls. It just seems like Cincinnati is bereft. They're not going to be able to put together the pieces, whatever the case is, to protect it and, further this remarkable arm that Joe Burrow brings. Because the fact that we're even having a conversation about playoffs tells you just the remarkable ability that he and Chase and all the other offensive pieces to that part throw, because that team's terrible. That defense is just unforgivably bad.
The Bengals are not unaccustomed to this as a franchise, because I don't know if you remember a fella named Carson Palmer.
Vaguely. I mean, yeah, wasted talent, man.
Carson Palmer had everything except a good team. It's the unfortunate reality of being drafted into Cincinnati is it's an uphill climb. And Carson Palmer had all the talent in the world, and the success was always going to be limited. I mean, you mentioned Dan Marino. I think I never saw him, but I'll hear people talk about Archie Manning being kind of in the same boat. Like, it doesn't matter how great you are if you're on a really bad team. I mean, you can even look at Matt Stafford. The early part of Matt Stafford's career. Yeah. I mean, there are certain guys, like it's. I will say this: it is hard, in my opinion, for an elite quarterback to be on a bad team, and I don't know if the Bengals are a bad team.
No, because we're talking.
I mean, they were 9-8 last year. They almost made the playoffs.
And this team can. It's a worthy argument. Score 35 a game. They have the parts to do that. Much like when you look back at, we named a couple, Archie with the Saints. Yeah, they could score a lot of points. It was fun to watch, but they lost all the time. And Marino was closer to Burrow in that Miami was always semi-competitive. They were never sitting at home watching the opportunity slip away in week 9. I mean, they were always in the playoffs to the end. They just could never get to the Super Bowl. They could never get back to where they were, but they had an offense that moved the ball. They just, when it came down to it, never invested in the right places over a decade.
Do you remember the year before Deshaun Watson asked out of Houston? Deshaun Watson had one of the best statistical quarterback seasons ever.
That's the year that
on a dreadful team,
on a bad team, not the one, the playoff loss where JJ apologized. It was the year before.
They couldn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
They were so bad, but it was like this dude was doing it, and that was Joe Burrow last year. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if it happens again here.
It's a lot to ask, and you could see how Burrow is trying to fine-tune this offense because he knows. I mean, he's not stupid. I mean, he looks at this team going, guys, we have to be so good. We have to be above and beyond, and we can't be inconsistent. We certainly can't give the ball up. I mean, the last thing we can do is turn the ball over. So knowing that, you have to do so much more. It just puts so much stress on this team where you think if you don't start fast, then you know at some point you're not deep enough to run this juggernaut like you did when you were all a bunch of kids, when you were a rookie, or when you showed up and you didn't know what you didn't know, and you make it to the Super Bowl. Now you know what you need to do, and you can just see it in his eyes. We have to be so good right now.
Well, let's continue this conversation about the Bengals on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dr. Jacob Torres and I have become friends over the years. I first met him when I was about 300 pounds. I didn't feel very good about myself, and he kind of convinced me that, hey, man, there is a fix out there. It's me in the Institute for Functional Health. He told me I've worked with a bunch of people like you that have been unsuccessful in diets. Doctors were telling them it was time to lose weight, but there really wasn't an easy fix. That's what I was looking for. But he convinced me to give something a shot, give a plan that he could put together for me. Just give it a shot. He said, if you don't feel good in a month, then we'll reevaluate. Well, the changes happened fast, and they kept changing. And 8 years later, I'm down 80 pounds and continue to live a lifestyle that I can live with from now on. Do I still see Dr. Torres on the regular? Absolutely I do. He has brought me a level of health that I didn't think I would get at my age. If you've reached a point in your life where you're not sure you can lose the weight, and doctors are telling you if you don't, you're going to get onto some medications that you'll never get off of, now's the time to call Dr. Torres. No, this has nothing to do with pills or shots. This is a method of losing weight that's old as losing weight has ever been, but it's a consistent effect and an ongoing kind of coaching that the IFF gives that makes the difference. Call Dr. Torres today. Here's the number. It's 468-1891. His website is iffhealth.com. Go there. Take the functional health test. It'll change your life. Listen, if your time has come, if you're ready to change and you want to have a nice, skinny 2026, feeling better than you ever have, call Dr. Torres today. You'll be shocked at the outcome. And when you start feeling good, come on by and thank me later.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, for the most part in good shape, we are getting reports of a stall at Loop 410 eastbound just past Vance Jackson off to the shoulder. School is back in session, so drivers, please stay alert in and around those school zones. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out at 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
With Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes, you can fill up on faves for $5, indulge even more for $7, or try something totally new for $9. Get yours at participating stores. Price and participation may vary. Limited time. Drinks exclude freezes. Tax extra.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Gomez Law Firm has been fighting for the rights of San Antonians for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here. What is something you see often as a personal injury attorney and protecting your clients?
The one thing we always see without fault in a case is that the insurance company will always reach out to them soon after the collision and they try to get them to agree to a low settlement. They try to get them to agree to signing a piece of paper. They want them essentially to sign their rights away without ever even consulting with an attorney, right? In the grand scheme of things, if you sign a piece of paper, you're signing your future interest away. So that's why it's so important to call the Gomez Law Firm, because we make sure we protect your rights and you're not signing your life away, you're not signing your rights away.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then call the Gomez Law Firm first, 210-736-4040, or visit joegomezlaw.com. Protect your family and protect your rights.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Some things can steal your sunshine.
Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is Jason Minix from the Blitz, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I made the rain.
A rainmaker.
What a poet.
Did you see they're remaking that?
I wonder what it'd be like to be the rainmaker. I wonder what it'd be like to know I made the rain.
A rainmaker.
Done.
Money getter.
I'm done. Oh, I wonder what it's like to be the superhero. Later on, he becomes the head honcho. Head honcho. Vic's our head honcho here.
Go get a job. Not Vic, this guy.
Yeah, for real.
You wonder?
Rob Thomas.
Rob Thomas. You know how many times I've been introduced as Rob Thomas? And the letdown in people's eyes.
Oh, man. It's
Like,
the
that's
other
not-
guy.
Hey, I'm Santana. You're not even Santana.
Oh, man. Boo.
Hey, Rob Thomas is here. No, he's
Boo.
not. No, he's not.
Hey, Clay Thompson's here.
No, he's not. That's his
Oh.
dad. That's Chris Christopherson.
Yeah.
Boring. All right, Morning Huddle 94.1. We're talking about the Bengals, who had a less than stellar, especially with their ones out on the field, less than stellar start to the game yesterday defensively. And it does bring up the question of what do they do now with Trey Hendrickson? And I mean, I guess we've talked about it with the Cowboys. Like, do you think that what the Cowboys are doing, does you think it makes them want to panic sign him? I mean, I've got no indication the Cowboys are leaning that way. And
the Cowboys haven't looked that bad. I mean, they've looked bad.
Right.
But last night, for 2 consecutive series, we're talking about 12 yards of play bad.
Yeah.
I mean, they were gashed. Now, again, I will not stress enough that this is the silly fake season. So I don't know what the plan was. I know that they were playing their best guys. I don't know if they were playing their best scheme, but the best guys were out there, and they got gashed. And, you know, coming into the game, they answered some questions for the Commanders, it appears. Because, remember, last night, the Commanders come in, Scary Terry's still holding around, and Brian Robinson Jr., their number one back's kind of hanging on the sides, too. And their backup, that dude ran like crazy. To the point where I'm reading stuff today that it might be the end for Brian Robinson Jr. in Washington.
Well, I know that there are rumors that he is going to be traded, and if they don't find a trade partner, they might end up cutting him.
Just letting him go off a performance against, and it's not just last night, but I think last night might have sealed DQ's, or Dan Quinn, the coach of the Commanders, and say, well, you know what, we don't need him. We've got 2 dudes that appear to be able to do exactly what Robinson can for a lot less.
Well, I'll tell you what's happening here is the Commanders are not understanding that Jaden Daniels isn't Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson yet.
Not yet.
You've got to let this guy get used to life in the league before you start taking these things away from him.
I think Brian Robinson Jr. being gone might allow to pay Scary Terry. I don't know the finances behind that, but it seems to me you're letting go of another larger contract, not huge certainly, but one bigger, to make some more room. I can't imagine that they would let Jaden start the season without both of them. That just sounds absolutely – I mean, the confidence level they must have would be equal to their ignorance level at the same time, because that's crazy. Even as good as he looked in that brief amount of time we saw him, you can't come in against – because that's the worst defense they're going to see all year. They won't see a worse defense. So, of course, they look good yesterday. But I can see a future minus Brian, not only because of the backs that played well, the way Debo ran the ball. And I know that Quinn has said we're not going to run him like a running back like they did in San Francisco. But the first play from scrimmage was a jet sweep. So I feel like that the Cincinnati Bengals defense was so bad, it helped Washington make a decision or two on offense.
But if your plan is going into the season with Austin Eckler and Debo Samuel splitting up your backfield carries, then
what's the Chris Rodriguez 6 carries for 62 yards. He had a 40-yard run on one of them. That other kid, the three initially.
The Bengals.
But I think what it did was reinforce the fact that this offense with Jaden Daniels, I don't need super great behind. I just need good enough, because he can do so many things that I think it cleared the room, and I'm not sure if it's worthy of that kind of decision, because Cincinnati's defense is so bad.
Yeah, I think there are going to be some. I think there will be more questions than answers this year for Washington. They're going to be going, "What are we doing?"
Well, if they make a misstep, it'll be very obvious, because last year was as good a rookie season as any quarterback has ever had in the NFL. I mean,
so what do you do? You get rid of his best wide receiver and his top running back from last year?
I don't see both of that happening. I just see if one leaves, or if there's an exit, there's either more talent coming back, or if there's an exit, one of those guys is going to stay. And I think the answer to everybody around is you pay Terry. That's the answer.
Well, I mean, if you're telling me choose between Terry McLaurin and Brian Robinson, that's an easy.
It's going to be Terry
answer. Yeah,
and he's earned that right too.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see if that's enough.
I mean, I don't know how confident you come in, but you do know this: against the worst defense in the NFL, we look pretty damn good. So at least it makes it a little bit easier to make that kind of decision. But it does seem rather short-sighted to come into a season minus both of those guys, and I can't imagine, as much of a bargain hunter they might be, that they'll do that to their young stud.
All right, we'll wrap up hour number 1 on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. At UMGC, you'll find everything from online to hybrid courses and lifetime career services to scholarship opportunities, making your education journey flexible, fast, and affordable. Apply now and save with no application fee through September 3rd. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Do you need to get rid of things like furniture, mattresses, tires, and appliances? San Antonio has 4 drop-off centers for residential bulky items conveniently located around the city, open 5 days a week except holidays. Visit sarecycles.org. This service is free for solid waste customers that pay the environmental fee on their CPS energy bill, including customers that live in apartments. Visit sarecycles.org for hours, locations, and accepted materials. That's sarecycles.org. Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
Summer's wrapping up, and life is picking back up. Early mornings, long days, and a to-do list that doesn't quit. And neither should you. Who has time to slow down due to body pain? That's why there's Aleve, to keep you going. With just one pill, Aleve delivers longer-lasting body pain relief per dose compared to other leading OTC-branded pain relievers. Aleve helps you keep moving from sunup to sundown, with up to 12 hours of pain relief per dose, so you can keep moving and be ready for whatever's next. Use as directed.
You work hard to provide for yourself and your family, and that's why identity theft is so scary. Not only does it pose a threat to your financial well-being, everything you've worked so hard for, but it's also a danger to your family. Even children can be victims. It's not their money thieves go after, obviously, but their social security number. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Act now and save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Do you know the words to this one?
Every time I think of you.
There it comes. Oh, no, one more break.
I don't know the words to this one.
Not a New Order fan.
As many times as I played this, I don't think I know all the words.
I know.
You don't get down on your knees and pray?
No.
Maybe just the first line.
This sounds like this song was made on one of those keyboards that does like the Batman sounds, like a synthesizer.
Well, it was. This was 1983. No, it's a little bit late. No, they're a little bit later than that. Late 80s. This band, New Order, came out of a couple of older ones. Joy Division and Yazoo initially with Alison Moyet.
Oh.
They formed the band New Order afterwards. Super group, as it were.
Oh, this is like
well, and in its day, it actually was.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Joy Division was an extraordinary band. If you don't know the band and you don't know the history of rock and roll, you need to dig into it.
Well, I'm a loser.
Well, it's before your time. I don't expect you to. But the music you appreciate, Joy Division played a role in, I promise.
I'm looking back. I'm looking at my week 1 wagers that I've already gotten locked in, and one of them was Cincinnati over Cleveland in week 1, and it was Cincinnati -5, and I was like, I think by the end of the season we'll look back and go, how did we think that Joe Burrow should only be a 5-point favorite over Joe Flacco? And now this is a bet that I made, probably 3 weeks ago.
Why would you do that? I'm just curious. Why would you make a bet 3 weeks prior knowing so many things could happen?
Trying to get up the odds, man.
Well, but it could easily be 5 the day before, you know?
It could easily be 9 the day before.
You're right.
Like, typically, as the closer you get to game day, the more money comes in.
And the more accurate the line feels, at least. It just seems like
closing
the only
line
reason I bring it
value.
up is I'm headed toward a fantasy draft tonight, and I still feel like it's too soon. Things aren't solidified yet, and the very idea of me looking at a line 3 weeks from now, I'm a terrible gambler, so there's a lot of reasons I'm a terrible gambler, and I don't know which ones are the right ones, but I just don't think I'd ever jump in on a line that early. Just because I don't know.
I'm just trying to beat the moves.
Well, I get
of it. Is
like you tell me, 53%. I get it. But to me, just like the fantasy draft tonight, I'm still unsure because guys like Brian Robinson Jr. aren't sitting in camp. And they might very well be, and that'd be a guy I'd want. But today, it just seems so soon.
I'll just say watching the Bengals last night made me kind of wish I'd waited a little while. And I think the market's it's 5.5, so I still got a good number.
Yeah, you're right there.
But I don't know if it's a number I would have wanted to bet.
Truth.
Based on what I saw yesterday.
That. It's just, to me, it just seems that's so far over the hill. It's just not the way that I'm wired.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm always like, I'm trying to buy something for 80 cents now that's going to be $1 tomorrow. That's
See, in my mind, I'm waiting for, I'll take it at 95 cents to make $1. You know what I mean? I'll wait and I'll take less with a little bit more of an assurance, or at least more factors playing into my decision.
I get that. Yeah. Everybody's got different philosophies on it for sure. But that is the downside to the way I do it is now the more I'm watching the Bengals, I go, oh.
And again,
why?
I
did I
hate
do this?
I hate preseason extremist guy.
I know.
Everything you see is absolute truth. There's no in between. They're trying to win and they're playing their best guys, and all their best guys are playing their best.
But Rob,
no, this is the silly season. It really is. And what you see isn't always true. Lots of terrible football teams have won 3 games in the preseason.
You're right, but this was the Bengals defense last year.
But there are examples of, oh my God,
yeah.
and the stereotypes exist because they are in fact true. So no, you're right with this, and this is above and beyond silly. And the thing that's so galling about that is at least part of the fix is sitting at their front door. I mean, that's what's so nuts about where Cincinnati sits, and we could say the same thing about the Cowboys is your answer is there, and you knew the answer was there, and you know how much you're going to have to pay them, and you knew that before, yet you continue to get the example of how bad you are without him.
Yeah, it is perplexing is probably the best word for it. We get into our final week of preseason this week. We'll do some talking about that. We'll talk about where the Cowboys are at right now. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
10-yard line, touchdown Vegas, what a wild finish!
Your home for the NFL.
People always say, Ryan, why don't you take it easy? Relax a little bit. Well, that's what the Staples Easy button is for. Just press it for quality products, friendly experts, and services like print, travel, or shipping, because we can't do it all. All right, guys? Thanks, Staples. That was easy.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Hormones can affect everything. Bad skin, bad hair, low energy, poor sleep, brain fogginess, libido, and weight gain. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we take a functional approach to your hormone problems. Eating right and exercise will not be beneficial without optimal hormone function. This goes for men and women. We do state-of-the-art testing to get to the root of your hormone issues and help you get well and stay well. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. We can help. 210-468-1891.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA. San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Cowboys added to their secondary, signing veteran quarterback Michael Ojemudia, who most recently played for the UFL's DC Defenders. In college football, Texas Athletic Director Chris Del Conte will receive a 6-year contract extension that will pay him $2.9 million for 2026 and eventually pay him $4.25 million in 2036. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1. I feel like that sounded like one of those rootin', tootin',
ever loving.
Got a little story for you, Eggs.
Yeah.
Longhorn cutting.
Compound. Compact. Don't get me started. We're 2 weeks away,
You're
brother.
there.
I'm humping it now.
You're in it, man.
Yes, sir.
Would it ruin your whole season if they just lose for week 1?
To UTSA?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be an unfortunate event. Let's just leave it at that. Let's just say it would hit a little different than Texas losing to Ohio State. I'm just saying. It'd still be just one L, but it wouldn't quite feel the same.
Ohio State did name their starting quarterback. They made their decision, which I've been perplexed all along at how Ohio State is somehow looked at as this, I get they're the defending champions. They've lost a lot of guys.
Yeah, but they got a lot of guys. They're as talented as any team has ever been.
But had no idea who was going to play quarterback for them until yesterday. And they made the decision yesterday to go with Julian Sayin.
We're just saying.
I'm just saying. He's going to be their starting quarterback against Texas at the Horseshoe. Coach Ryan Day announced that yesterday. Lincoln Kainholtz is the guy that he was competing against, who was a junior. But
didn't Sayin, wasn't he a Bama kid?
He was. Yeah. Transfer when Saban retired. Mm-hmm. He said, "I'll be saying you later."
Well, man, I don't care. You can be a perfectly average quarterback and go to Ohio State and throw to those wide receivers and get yourself drafted in as a fourth round. You don't have to do a whole lot to look really good with those receivers. And again, that sophomore wide receiver for Ohio State might be the best college receiver I've ever seen.
Well, there's certainly no lack of talent around him, but it's an inexperienced dude.
Oh, it is. And
listen, Texas has one too. Week 1, they're going in. They're
a little bit different, but very much the same. And both of them are going up against defenses that have at least 3 or 4 NFL player, maybe more than that. Certainly 2 or 3 first-round draft picks, and they're in the cornerback and safety position. I mean, Texas is stacked on the back end. That Taft kid is All-American, a walk-on, and is going to be a high draft pick, and he's going to be going against that guy and the cornerback that's going to be a draft pick too. Ohio State's in for it. This is going to be a tough football game. Even though they're at home, they're playing a young kid against a defense that flies to the ball as good as anybody.
The preseason All-American list is out, and first-team quarterbacks Cade Klubnik from Clemson. See who else is noteworthy. Jeremiah Love of Notre Dame is running back, along with Nicholas Singleton from Penn State. The Texas A&M has a guard.
Yeah.
Armaj Reed Adams. Easy for me to say. Armaj. R''Maj. Makes the first team. You were talking about wide receivers. Jeremiah Smith, he's on the first team, along with Ryan Williams, another sophomore, and Jordan Tyson from Arizona State. The Texas Longhorns get Colin Simmons, their edge rusher, on the first team. And I believe there was one more. Michael Taft.
Yeah, Taft, the safety.
The safety is a preseason All-American as well out of Texas, at least on the first team. So there's a couple other guys hanging around on the second team. Torian York, a linebacker from A&M, is on the second team. But, yeah, some well-represented, I would say. Garrett Nussmeier, by the way, the second-team quarterback, for those who were wondering. We get real live college football on Saturday, but the Saturday after,
yeah, that's
the main event, baby.
It's the most impressive, and it's week one. This week we got week 0.
Yeah,
best week 1 we've ever had.
It's got to be up there. What game, what big game are you going to have to miss because of the Aggie game? Like, what's
the 6 o'clock game? Aggies kick at 6, but
LSU Clemson.
Yeah, I don't expect to have to. I hope I don't have to watch that Aggie game for long.
Okay,
you know what I mean. I hope that the outcome is very quickly not in doubt, and taken care of.
Because I think the LSU Clemson game starts at like 6:30.
Yeah.
So like just short, like right off the normal time. So maybe you'll have about 30 minutes to get some separation.
2 screens.
Okay.
I mean,
but where's the sound?
UTSA made us sweat a couple years ago. So
will the sound only be on the A&M game until
probably.
It's not close?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, and then the sound will switch over.
Yeah, I've got investment. I got money. I'm a part owner of this thing. I'm paying off the last guy. I got money in this thing.
Oh, that's funny.
Are you kidding? Yeah. And the sad thing is, no return on the investment, no matter what.
No, none yet.
I'm paying for this pain.
None yet. But there's still time. Still time.
Yeah, I mean, it's UTSA then Utah. We better be 2-0.
Utah's not.
I think it's Utah State.
Oh, okay. Then you're in good shape then.
We only play the lesser Aggies.
Okay.
New Mexico State evidently was booked.
I was like, man, you guys really stepping out.
All those other teams playing tough ones, man. We just trying to get some W's.
Hey, you do the smart. Well, they're playing Notre Dame.
Oh, we did that in week 3, yeah.
So they do have and again, they play an SEC schedule. I generally don't knock SEC teams for weak schedule.
I'm all about it.
Unless all you do, like you have to play one big boy football game in the non-conference. That's all I ask out of an SEC team, just one. Now, I have different standards. If you're a Mountain West team and you want to make the playoff,
you better load it up.
You better play somebody in the non-conference. You can't just play patsies.
Right, and invite the best patsy in the country into your home.
No.
That's just not enough to get yourself in there. But speaking of this, as we get closer and closer, and I know your thoughts, but Big Ten is floating a 28-team tournament.
It's enough. It's too much. It's too much.
I see both sides, but, even as a basketball guy, even as a guy who appreciates the value of 68, 72 teams, however we're doing it now with the play-ins, 28's too many teams.
It's
because I do still want
28
conference titles to matter. I want all that to matter still. And basketball's found a happy medium, but conference titles do matter. And that we've been able to separate that out over the years from tournament titles. And you can take joy in one and still participate in the other. I think football, if you do it this way, the conference titles just disappear. They just don't matter.
It's absurd. It is absurd to think 28 teams is necessary to decide a chance. Like, then the regular season means absolutely nothing.
Nothing. And that's always has been the argument, and I've always argued to the other side that it still matters. And to this day, today, it does still matter. Conference titles do matter, even though for all intents, the conference championship game is a playoff game. We could count those, but it's not a lose and go home kind of scenario. But that's what those have become. And everybody still wants the conference title. We still talk about it. It still matters, and I do believe it would go away with the Big Ten. I don't know why they're trying to water it down.
I don't know either. But what I do want, and this is when I've always kind of stuck my flag in the ground to have fewer teams in the playoff, is because I want weeks like week 1 to matter.
Yeah, it should.
Why can't this be like a playoff weekend? Why can't the loser of LSU Clemson have an uphill climb? You know what I mean?
They kind of do, but it's gotten easier because now, and we always kind of have graded on a curve. At least you're willing to take a swing. At least you're willing to step into the ring. Even though you got your ass kicked, we're going to give you a C instead of an F.
But
because you were in the ring.
I just want the game to matter.
Right, and I appreciate the time given, but I do think it does matter. I think every win and loss, whether it's in September or November, still matter. And I do think we forget those September losses should pay. I mean, if you decided to swing above your depth. You just weren't good enough, and you lost. For the most part, it is forgotten if you're able to come back, but it doesn't carry enough weight to me sometimes. If you do step in there and you get beat, even though it was 8 months ago or 3 months ago, it should still matter.
Yeah.
I should wait a bad loss, no matter how good the team.
Yeah, why is week 1 less important than week 12?
It is.
It's not in the NFL.
It's not, and because of the conference title matters. If I'm playing on the road, I mean, we want all of that stuff to continue to matter. And again, more important to me than anything else is holding up a conference title. I mean, it gives access to a lot of people to have something to hang on to. I mean, we did something, even though we never won a championship, because only 10 teams are going to compete for that every year of the 160 that are playing. Let's be realistic. Why throw 28 teams into the mix when we know only 10 of them have a shot?
Now that is Aggie logic right there.
No, it's the truth.
We can hang a banner for this.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not alone in this.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean?
There's Aggies all over the state who
Texas
feel that
has
way.
the same thing. You're just riding a wave right now, and other schools. The conferences matter. And when I see shows like that SEC talks about the lineage of the game and where it was and how it's come, that title matters. And A&M kind of flushed that away when they left a conference that they'd been a part of for a long time. And when you get away from it, you realize that there's a lineage to this, that it does matter what happened 20 years ago against your most hated rival. It does.
Yeah.
So you should keep that important, other than the playoff loss to some random Western school that you're never going to see again.
Well, I think back to, as we get into Texas, Ohio State, now how many days away? 11 days away. The year that Texas won the national title, it started with that trip to Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, had they not won that game, they're probably not in the national title game against USC. I love that those games matter. You know, I want it to matter. And it certainly, I guess they still matter. It just matters a lot less.
It does by the time we get to November. Because another part of that is I do want to bring in the hottest teams. There's a weight to this. And we saw Florida State suffer because of those that felt like, it doesn't matter how you got here. You're still here, even though you lost your best guy. They paid the price for not having their best guy, and they should have been able to gotten the credit they believe for those earlier wins. Even though our best guy isn't here, we did win a lot of football games, and we didn't give him that credit.
No, I didn't either. I thought
I
didn't want to give them credit. I was like, no, they were dead.
There's the other side of that coin. Even though you won 10 games, your best dude's not here, and we did what we were asked.
And I know that. Everybody wants to take people out of it. Like they don't want, they don't want computers to decide. They don't want people to decide. They want the teams to decide. I get that, but at some point, computers or people are going to have to decide who gets in the tournament. That's just the way it is. And me as a person, I knew that Florida State team had zero chance.
We all did.
I didn't want to see it either.
We all did. No one had any dreams of this team finding some kind of miracle.
I also knew it wasn't fair. I was willing to accept that what I was saying sucked, and I hated to tell you, sorry, man, you got no hope. But they didn't have any hope.
No, they didn't, and they were treated appropriately. But the real witchcraft here is finding that line where you go, after this line, no one has a chance. I don't care how good a year you had, you ain't going to win it. And the miracles will run out after you win 3 of these playoff games. And where that line is, we still haven't found.
Casey says, Big Ten thinking they have 7 teams worthy of an auto bid in that proposal is laughable. They're 1 or 2 deep, maybe 3 every now and then.
Agreed.
I'll go deeper than 1 or 2 deep.
These decisions can't be made for the current. It has to be for the long term. And conferences fluctuate. But even at their highest and best, 7 teams get real. I mean, that's an absolute pipe dream.
Yeah.
They're just not that deep.
It's half their conference.
But, we're starting to talk about Purdue and Michigan State. I mean, dude, every now and then you're going to have a deal. But that's not – you have to have sustained greatness and win your freaking conference. I mean, or at least contend for it. 4th place in the Big Ten or the SEC for that matter. You don't have any right, even though you're really good, to go fight for a title. I don't want you there.
Well, to me, the 4th best team in the SEC would stomp a hole in the best non-Power 5, non-Power 4 team.
Yes, but you still were fourth in your conference. You still are. If you're fourth in you probably got 3 losses at some point. Even if you're really, really good and losing close, you still lost.
Yeah.
And you don't get to go. Or everybody goes according to basketball. Yeah, we'll forgive that. Come on and play.
I don't want that either.
Yeah.
I can't have that. I want the regular season to matter. All right, we'll be right back. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I hope you woke this morning and washed yourself clean underneath a Connecticut water softened shower. If you did, carry on. You're doing things the right way. I'm talking to all of those that might be unaware, because ignorance of the law is really no excuse. Or maybe you're new here and don't realize the quality that you have access to. So many of us strive for that, and getting the very best sometimes costs you a whole bunch of money, but you don't have to think about that when you're dealing with Connecticut. You get the very best at a price that is not only amenable, it is very, very competitive. And you're getting the very best. They've got the awards to prove it. And right now, if you want to find out if what I'm telling you is true, here's the best thing you can do. It's called 656 Pure, and if your house is already plumbed for a water treatment system, Connecticut will come out and put one in your home free of charge. 90 days, you'll find out what I'm talking about. When you decide to buy, there's all kinds of deals going on. With the WAC, that's called with approved credit, that's 0% for 12 months. There's up to $400 in your current water system. They'll just give you that money right off the top of the brand new Connecticut system. And here's a gift. A reverse osmosis drinking station that they'll put in out your sink. They've got the decor to match yours. It'll be fancy. I paid for this thing. You're going to get it free. It is the best thing I got, by the way, because not only do I have the treatment to protect my pipes and the appliances, I don't have to buy any more water bottles. Talk about the savings there. Hey, if you waited for the very best, now's the time. Call Connecticut today at 656 Pure. Go to ConnecticutSA.com for all the details. And once you get that in your home, come on by and thank me later.
Football season is back, and it's time to be playing on Underdog, the best place to make picks and win money all season long, and you can play here in Texas. Jason Minix here from the Blitz. I love playing on Underdog because it is easy. You just pick whether your players are going to go higher or lower on stats. Touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, receptions. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 1,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app today. Sign up with my promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Lowe's knows to bring your vision to life, it's important to find the right color. That's why MyLowe's Rewards members get a free Valspar paint or exterior stain sample to test your look to confidently refresh your space. Offer valid in-store only 8/7 to 8/20. Limit 1 per customer while supplies last. Discount taken in time of purchase. See associate for details. Rewards program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Woo! Yeah.
Something of I know this band.
Everything but the girl.
I was like something. Yeah. Then you like the deserts miss the rain.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. That's enough of that.
That's enough of that.
Stop it. Hey, let's give something away. Yeah, I haven't given anything away.
Now, I guess this is a golf game, a golf movie?
Rob. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
how did you know?
It's either that or a bad porn.
The short game.
So I'm assuming golf.
Well,
I mean, I've stumbled on some bad porn names when you're looking for a movie.
I'll explain it to you in my read here.
Okay.
Jeremy Avery is vying for a college scholarship.
What you have to do is say in a world first. In a world.
In a world where Jeremy Avery is vying for a college golf scholarship awarded to the state championship winner. But caring for his autistic brother Ethan while competing against a rival who will do anything to win.
He's from the Cobra Kai team.
Forces him to reconsider his priorities and discover his brother's savant-like gifts.
Oh, wow. So
now he must choose between realizing his dreams or standing by his brother.
What's his gift?
The Short Game. In theaters, August 29th. Rated PG. Let's give a pair of tickets away to that.
Comedy?
That's right. It does feel like a lighthearted comedy.
Is this a rom-com?
My sister, so my nephew is pretty, I don't want to say severely autistic because he can talk, but he's certainly autistic and he's a handful. And she posted something on her Instagram yesterday that was like, oh, he doesn't seem autistic. And she says, show him, honey, do the autism thing.
Do that autism thing.
Show her what it's like when you do that. He doesn't seem autistic. Oh, yeah, that's funny. But you want to win a pair of tickets to go see the Short Game at Regal Cielo Vista Stadium. That is, sorry, I didn't say it right. Regal Cielo Vista Stadium 18 and RPX.
Ooh.
The movie's in theaters August 29th. You want to go see it. Let's go with caller number 2. You'll win a pair of tickets to go see the Short Game at Regal Cielo Vista.
I bet he wins.
I bet
he gets the Scully.
I bet the kid, the little brother, is allowed to putt for him.
You think I was thinking, wonder what he does.
I think
like, does he have a cannon like he can drive a mile?
The Cobra Kai kid says, I'll let you get the scholarship. You take the scholarship if you're he probably calls him the R word, brother can make this putt. But little does he know that the brother is a savant
golfing
putter. Savant putt. Dude, I was going to save this story for the other the things outside of sports news, but I feel like because we're talking siblings and the importance of siblings, and after yesterday, I needed to give you a follow-up.
I'm watching the preview. Okay, go ahead. I found his special power.
Is it dancing?
No, evidently he can lay on the green and read it perfectly.
Oh, so he's the caddy.
He was like laying on the green, and he had his hands on the following the flow of the.
So he's the caddy.
Yeah, I guess he's the caddy, and he can see the ball. I don't know.
This is man.
Good. It's got all kinds of small winners.
Are you allowed to have a caddy in high school golf?
You should.
I mean,
I think so. Or maybe you carry. I don't know. I didn't play high school golf.
I don't know.
High school golfers, did you have caddies?
Yeah, I want to know. Remember yesterday we were talking about Abby and Brittany Hensel?
Yes.
A story.
Had nightmares of this.
A story came out today about.
Oh no.
There's new news. We talked about it yesterday. They both have their own brain, heart, stomach, and lungs. They can both write, eat, run,
but they have to
drive a car both independently and in perfect sync. Like the way their brain and nervous system works, it's like it just works.
Mm-hmm.
While they are legally individuals, meaning they can enter into contracts and even get married individually, Abby, of course, we talked about yesterday, got married to U.S. Army veteran Josh Bowling in 2021. They even, remember I said yesterday they were fifth grade teachers in Minnesota?
I didn't know they were fifth grade, but yeah.
They're elementary school teachers in Minnesota. And they both had to get a teaching certificate. They had to both go get a college degree.
Did one help the other? I mean, how do you?
I'm not sure.
How do you do this?
Now, here's the question. If you both have to get a college degree,
I think only, yeah.
How many salaries should you get?
2.
They get 1.
Oh.
It doesn't seem right, does it?
Well, I mean,
they only have they
have to buy 2 shoes.
They've got 1 classroom.
Only 1 classroom. How about 1.5?
It says, obviously, right away, we understand that we're going to get 1 salary because we're doing the job of 1 person. That's what this is. Abby, the right side, talking. As maybe experience comes in, we'd like to negotiate a little bit, considering we have 2 degrees and because we're able to give 2 different perspectives or teach in 2 different ways. Brittany, the left side, added, 1 can be teaching and 1 can be monitoring and answering questions. So in that sense, we can do more than 1 person. I do think if you...
I just don't... I don't think I'd ever learn anything, man. I'd just be sitting staring.
I was just staring.
Which head do I look at? I don't know which head.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
I don't think I could ever learn anything.
Yeah, me neither.
Here's the comments.
Man, I don't know.
All right, what do we got?
Whatever university made these conjoined twins pay 2 tuitions need to lose their accreditation.
That's true. That's the other thing.
Right, they can't
especially if they had the same major.
But it also says they're twins, 2 individuals. Doing this implies they're each only half a person. It's inexcusable. Makes 0 sense.
Well, they kind of are.
This is disgusting behavior from the powers that be.
Do they have, well, I don't know.
Abby's known as the feisty, stubborn one, while Brittany's considered the joker of the family. But even it does say even their taste buds are different. Like they eat different, like they like different kinds of foods.
Like one of them's lactose intolerant.
I don't know about that.
Stop eating the cheese.
Yeah, but we do.
That'd be awful.
They do have the same exit. We did talk about that. But
every time you eat cheese, stop.
Franklin says, if I'm dating one twin and kiss the other, is it cheating? Because I have ideas. If it's not,
if you got ideas, brother, we need to have a conversation.
It is definitely cheating.
I would think so.
Is that your kink?
Now,
so weird.
That's
but
quagmire.
Okay, so here's the question though. I believe, like, listen, I understand completely if your wife has 2 heads
Okay.
If it's they're two separate people with two separate personalities.
And you fell in love with one of the heads.
Yes, So this fella that married Abby Hinsel, when they make love, now obviously they share below the pelvis, so they share the bottom half of their body.
They both feel it.
Yes.
Okay.
But what if one isn't into it?
Now I've said already.
Faster, no, slower. Faster, no, slower.
There's no way you can. No way you'd be able to kiss the other head on the mouth. That would be like
that's cheating.
Yeah, and I would assume even if your wife was asleep and the other head was awake, that would still be wrong.
Right.
But when you're making love and you reach up and you grab the breast, are you only allowed access to one breast?
Well, it depends on if you're left or right-handed. Some people can only go right.
Huh. I don't know.
Well, and the woman, mind you, can only do stuff to you with her right hand.
Yeah, the other hand. See, the definition of a stranger is no more perfect than this one.
It'd still be a stranger hand. So
it'd be a stranger.
Left or right, like I don't care.
I would have so many questions. I don't know why no one's written a book about this. Like I would get with these gals and I would want to know.
Well,
everything.
there's really only one doesn't have. Does one have a? Do they
other?
double date?
No, one's single. Brittany's single. She's waiting for the right guy.
Yeah, well, gonna take the right one. That's for sure.
Well, how's that gonna happen?
Vic's like,
yeah,
okay.
I mean, because if she's gonna have to go out on dates.
I don't know.
So does the other one just like stay without her husband and go out on the date?
And does the one that does the husband have to approve of?
You'd have to.
And then also,
guy snores.
Okay, but what about this?
What if he's getting busy? No.
Do you have to wear condoms?
I would. Well,
like the new guy has to, right?
Well, you'd have to.
And then, once they're married, like, do you have a night that's your night and a night that's the other husband's night?
This is just.
What if their honeymoon happens on his birthday?
All of that.
If there's just.
Oh yeah.
And just think of the size of the turtlenecks you'd have to buy.
Yes.
Look at the smile on his face.
So is he married to the one in the middle or on the outside?
One on the outside.
This one. Right?
That's why that picture's so
stuck
awkward.
in the middle.
Yeah.
Stuck in the middle with you. Yeah, I think Brittany was a bridesmaid.
She's holding. I think so. She's holding the. I was going to say she's holding the bridesmaid's bouquet.
But she was standing on the wrong side to be the bridesmaid.
Oh yeah, she's got to stand on the other.
I mean, she doesn't really have a choice. But
right. I don't know, man.
It is, man. And like, what would you do if Brittany was just like a raging slut and was just like hooking up willy-nilly, going out to bars and just getting railed all the time, and the husband is like,
hey, I use that
this
highway
is
too.
like,
I park in this garage
this is
too.
I got priority here.
You put it in these big old pickups. My sedan doesn't.
Seriously. Seriously,
man. This is weird. Yeah.
Why is it? Don't say weird. It's just unique.
There we go. That's the word I'm thinking.
Yeah. Don't be rude. Vic, grow up. Grow up. It's okay to have questions like the questions I have. Those are appropriate.
Yeah.
You
they
being.
have two sets of
So they
lungs?
have two sets of two spinal cords too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But like I don't know. Like
Crazy world.
If you were to like punch Abby in the arm, would Brittany feel it? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
I would think not.
I haven't watched the show in a long time. I need to go back and rewatch that show and get more in about their emotions and things like that.
Yeah.
I loved that show when I was younger. And now they're all grown up. These gals are all grown up. They're big girls now. Married off and driving cars.
Walking around in their bikini.
Oh, yes. Oh, and that's the other thing. Like I don't know. It's
I'm just speechless.
I'm just like, can you imagine you're sitting on a beach towel?
You see that,
And
right?
I can't lie. I'm a little turned on by it.
Everyone's got their.
Everybody's got a type. Mine happens to be a two-headed woman.
So what if one of them?
It's two people. It's not a two-headed woman. It's two people.
Two women.
Two
feet.
chicks at the same time.
I figured I'd need $1 million for a guy like me.
Literal threesome.
Is it a threesome?
It's not.
It's a 1.5-some.
It's not a threesome.
It's a 2.5-some.
I also wonder, do they put a blindfold on her?
You have to, well, we're gonna have to put the pillowcase on you.
Oh, and then also during
Can you look the other way?
We're gonna have to put the pillowcase. What? Oh, come on.
What about when?
It's only for a few minutes.
What about when the wife is giving pleasure and
she's down looking
the
around
sister's face is getting smacked off his
looking
thigh.
around the corner.
Right up against his leg.
It's like her face, his nose, her nose is banging on his hip.
Many questions.
There is.
Like, is she just watching TV?
Oh man,
Maybe giving play-by-play.
That's funny. But if they have the same nervous system, when he pleases them, they both feel the pleasure.
That's what I'm saying. So you got one telling them to do one thing.
What if one of them's gay?
Well, yeah. That would be his dream.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
She just, but it'd be incest, so that'd be weird. But I'd just reach over and squeeze my left boob if I was feeling extra saucy.
Hey, can you help me out? I'm a little stressed. I'd like a left hand today.
Oh, all right. Let's. I didn't want to get all the way back in. We could probably do a segment on this topic every day for the rest of time
with a new question.
For the rest of time.
A new observation.
Hey, come on, man.
That's the sister saying, "Come on, man."
Man. Stop, man, please. Yeah.
My sister's a lesbian.
All right, we'll be right back. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
I don't even know how to begin this.
I don't know.
My good friends over at Rosti. If you're dealing with any kind of pain, I want you to consider a Rosti. They have been a absolute a godsend for me. For so many years, so many of us have dealt with the kind of pain that we deal with on a daily basis, but never really go fixed because it just kind of keeps us out of a little bit of life. We might decide not to go to the mall today because, well, my feet are hurting. I just don't want to do it. Or maybe it's a lower back issue. Or maybe last weekend you had a honey-do list and this week you can barely move. If you're dealing with that kind of pain, there is a fix available to you right now, today. It's called a Rosti. See, a Rosti providers are all around San Antonio with one mission. That's to get you out of pain as fast as possible. And to make that easy, they've made it easy for you. First of all, you don't need a referral to go see a Rosti providers. You can call them right now and make your appointment today. And there's one less than 10 minutes from where you are right now. I am sure of it. And to prove that, go to Rosti.com. They have a map of all their providers, and they're adding new ones all the time. When you go see a Rosti provider, you get a full evaluation. They find out what the problem is, and they fix that. And when they do it that way, it happens quick. On average, under 4 visits, get the Rosti patients back in the game. What are you waiting on? Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love to do. Call a Rosti today at 1-800-404-6050. You won't need a referral after that. They'll schedule you, and you'll get to see a provider as fast as possible. Now, these providers, they're all across the medical professional field. We're talking about general practitioners, chiropractors, the physical therapists, and all in between. These are medical professionals that attained the Rosti certification as an added benefit to you, the patient. Don't let pain keep you from doing that kind of stuff. Call a Rosti today. They are going to fix you, and when they do, come on by and thank me later.
Good morning. Our heaviest delay is on 1604 westbound at O'Connor. Got a major accident working, only the right lane open. Start moving over. It's causing about a 20-minute delay. Stop and go from Nacogdoches. Loop 410 eastbound just past Vance Jackson. That stalls off to the shoulder, and another stall at 90 eastbound 36th Street. Right shoulder blocked. We're definitely starting to fill in and slow down most all our major freeway systems on 90 eastbound 211 on over to right around Loop 410. That's going to set you back about 20 minutes. It's almost a 40-minute ride, 1604 westbound from I-10 on over to 281. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Guys, are you always tired and ready to do something about getting your energy back but just don't have the time? Now, Synergenics and Low T Center have the solution. New at-home TRT, personalized to you and delivered straight to your door. Getting started is quick and easy. Drop into one of their centers for a quick test and get set up on the program. Save even more time with their new mobile app. It's like being at the provider's office without the hassle. Affordable treatment options available. Don't wait. Book now at fixmylowt.com. Fixmylowt.com.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, after 2 bad preseason games, the Cowboys are back home. In fact, they're continuing training camp at the Star in Frisco.
Shireen Williams with ProFootballTalk.com will join us at 5:15.
And the latest on Project Marvel as that Thursday City Council meeting looms.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hell yeah. Mr. Buster. Where the F you at? Morning Huddle. John, this is the easiest question to answer. What happens if one has a headache and the other doesn't? Does the husband still get some? It depends on which head has the headache.
Yeah.
If your wife doesn't have a headache, it's all good. If the sister does, that's her problem.
You would like
Right?
to think.
I still have so many questions.
Answers I really don't want to have answered. I just want to let those float out there. And
I listen. I wish I could answer all the questions for you, but
Yeah.
again, you'll have to wait till I retire from radio and write my book.
You're gonna have to go on an expedition.
Yeah.
Report back.
I'm gonna have to. I'll have to like live with them for I don't know, probably 6 months to get a
Jane Goodall. With
That's right, with the
like,
apes
hanging out in the bushes. Hey, you know they sign. It's so strange, man.
I really, dude, I swear, I know there are people who, that listen to this show because they just want to hear about sports. I get it. I really believe this. Every single person in the world is interested in how their life works. Like, I think if you say you don't have questions
Some
or you're
kind of
not interested,
curiosity,
you're not curious, I think you're lying. I really believe that.
Well, I don't want the answers.
I think this is
I'm afraid. I can't handle the truth.
I can't handle the truth.
I'd rather have the question
I want to know.
and just have it
You
be
need me
kinda
on
like,
that wall.
How big is space? I don't know the answer. I know it's out there. I just don't need to know it now.
That's why you need people like me, Rob, to go get the answers.
I don't want the answer.
You want
I
it.
don't want to know.
You want to
How
know.
a two-headed woman has sex. I
Don't
really
know.
know.
It's,
I
first of all,
don't.
it's two different women. It's two different women.
Same body. I don't have any desire. What's on ESPN right now?
I don't know what that is.
What am I looking at over here?
Oh, the husband calling contest.
Oh yeah.
Man, I really wonder what she's saying right now.
I don't know.
I don't know. Unless she's got even McNeil.
I'm guessing dinner's ready.
Even Ryan's kind of like, oh Lord, what?
With that
Oh
triangle.
Lord, what was that woman screaming?
If he gets his wife pregnant, does the other one become a single mom?
So all of this plays in.
Yeah. I mean,
So many questions.
A lot of factors. But I guess listen, man, if you're getting into that relationship, you understand it's not going to be normal. It's not going to be
that goes without saying.
Routine.
And neither are the participants.
No. But hey, love is love. That's what I believe.
It is.
That's
hey,
what
man,
I believe.
Go find your happiness. Just don't inflict it on me.
That's right. Well,
Go be happy.
What do you mean inflict it?
Just don't. Go be happy. I'm not going to slow you down.
That's right.
Go.
Let them love.
I'm reading.
Let them love.
I'm reading the offer sheet from big point of contention here.
A big point of contention on what?
I'm sorry.
Are you trying to change the subject?
No. Well, kind of.
Okay.
Kind of.
What are you changing it to?
I was reading the letter that we got last night from R.C. Buford.
Oh, okay. Well, I was saving that for the 8 o'clock hour.
I just.
But it is intriguing.
I have a bit of unease.
Oh. Okay.
I just don't understand how we're sitting here today.
Well, we'll discuss that coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. I do want to make a couple other notes. Quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, officially, Joe Flacco.
Secret in all of sports.
Joe Flacco going to start week 1, assuming he's still alive by then.
Oh, they wrapped him in bubble wrap.
Yeah, you assume he's going to make it through there. He's been named the starter.
40 years old.
Yeah. The Browns went, and this was in November 23. The Browns went 4-1 in 5 regular season starts under Flacco. I mean,
when you can throw, just like a 3-point shooter in basketball. If you can shoot, if you can pass, there's always a place for you.
I'm just saying, it's worth a shot. Flacco is one of 3 quarterbacks to have a winning record with the Browns since they came back to Cleveland.
That's a monumental achievement.
Can you name the other 2?
Since they came back to Cleveland.
Yep.
Let's see here. It wasn't Baker.
Here's a hint. Both of them have also played for the Houston Texans.
So that doesn't help me any. I cannot name a winning quarterback for Cleveland.
Brian Hoyer went 10-6 with the Cleveland Browns.
I didn't think he was a winner. Okay.
10-6. And Case Keenum, 2-0 with the Browns.
Well, there you go.
Undefeated Browns quarterback Case Keenum. Think about that.
I hope he has his own parking spot.
Never lost.
The key to the city.
Never lost.
Case Keenum.
How about that? Case Keenum. Yeah, so the Cleveland Browns have decided they are going with it. Johnny Mingo. Why, Johnny Mingo, it looks like someone sprained your PCL. And that is what's happened. Looks like he is likely to start the season on IR. So a bit of I'm not even going to pretend like it matters.
He couldn't get on the field last year.
Tell you guys, Jonathan Mingo is not a good football player.
Yeah. I mean, he looks impressive. In stature, he
looks like he should be really good at football. He's just not.
And 6 weeks till we see it again. I don't expect much this year.
So, obviously, Lamb, Pickens, and Turpin, we know, are on the roster. Looks like the final receiver jobs are going to be between Jalen Tolbert, Ryan Flournoy, Jalen Brooks, Jalen Cropper, and Trayshawn Holden.
Well, you got to figure that Jalen
Tolbert
has the.
I think Tolbert's got an inside edge.
You know, we're year 3 with him now?
Yeah.
Why? What do we expect from him now?
Because I just read you what the other options are.
I know, but even then, Jalen was those guys 3 years ago. What's the difference?
I don't know.
You know, at some point, just try something new. Because I know what this guy is. I've seen him at his best, and he's a 4th-string wide receiver at his best. I don't know what those other 3 dudes can be. I would advocate let's roll the dice on another kid. The first guy that makes a tackle on a kickoff, you get to be a Cowboy.
Yeah,
seriously, because if you're playing, somebody else is hurt, we got trouble.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I would much rather see who's the unscratched lottery ticket.
Yeah, so you never know.
But who knows what the Cowboys are thinking? Who knows what they're thinking?
Well, if they're spending any extra time worried about the 5th-string wide receiver above and over the real issues, yeah, I do have some problems. I mean, this is a minor concern amongst several serious ones.
You know what? I don't know if we have time to get into what the Patriots are doing right now, but
that running back looked good.
The Patriots are open for business apparently, and
is Romandre on the block?
No, but they are willing to give up picks. They are willing to bring in ready-made talent right now for future.
They need an edge linebacker.
They do, and so. Guys like Micah Parsons, Trey Hendrickson, Terry McLaurin, the Patriots are reaching out to everybody and seeing what they're willing to move because the Patriots want to win right now, and they want to do it while they have a rookie quarterback. Like while their quarterback's on a rookie deal, they want to strike while the iron's hot. So there may be a trade partner for some of these teams, including the Dallas Cowboys. I doubt that happens.
Yeah.
But
I do envision something happening, though.
Do you?
I wouldn't be surprised to see Scary Terry landed.
Okay.
I wouldn't be at all.
All right, we'll talk about this R.C. Buford statement about the Spurs on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
The Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM, Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell.
Now that Taco Bell's new marinated grilled steak burritos and Chipotle Ranch or Cheesy Melt are just $3, it's steak night every night of the week. Choose yours today at participating stores for a limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Tax extra.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson. I'm a personal injury attorney, and since 1994, I've been helping people and their families seriously injured or killed by negligent drivers. My website is alawyerforus.com. I use that phrase because I know that there's no way a regular San Antonian can possibly beat a billion-dollar insurance company alone. You will need an experienced attorney to stand up for you and get what you and your family deserve. This month, my father will retire after 50 years of practicing law, doing what he taught me to do, help people in need. Stand up for the people that cannot. Use the skills you have to help the people in your community win and where you can. When an insured driver seriously injures someone, a billion-dollar insurance company uses everything it can to pay as little as possible. Every insurance company you have heard of has a very large staff of attorneys already working against you. If you or a family member has been seriously injured because of a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson, as soon as you can after a collision. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or check out my website, alawyerforus.com.
My name is John. I could not lose the weight I needed to. The Institute for Functional Health Wellness Program was the answer. It included a great deal of testing, supplements, and weekly face-to-face doctor visits. I finally had the accountability I needed. I am now 50 pounds lighter. I no longer have pain in my elbow, back, and hips. I have more energy and just feel and look so much better.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's Tuesday, and that means Taco Tuesday at Tamalitos. Fresh tacos, just $1. Today only. Bring your crew. Bring your appetite. Tamalitos is serving it up hot every Tuesday. Local flavor, big taste. 2042 South Callahan Road.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Billed monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And all it takes is a few clicks. We make buying metal online easy so you can spend less time shopping and more time getting things done. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Place an order online today at metalsupermarkets.com.
Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just cleared a couple of our trouble spots. 35 southbound approaching Schertz Parkway. That wreck has cleared. And 410 eastbound Exchange Parkway. That stall has cleared as well. Still working the accident. 35 southbound at 1604 with 2 left lanes blocked. A solid 30-minute commute as you stop and go from FM 1518. Also noticing some delays along 90 eastbound 211 on over to Loop 410. 151 eastbound at 410, disabled vehicle. Looks like they moved it off a main lane, now off to the shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Cowboys added to their secondary, signing veteran quarterback Michael Ojemudia, who most recently played for the UFL's DC Defenders. In college football, Texas Athletic Director Chris Del Conte will receive a 6-year contract extension that will pay him $2.9 million for 2026 and eventually pay him $4.25 million in 2036. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
See, this is where we end up, man. This is where we
Guys,
end up.
I don't know all the answers.
See, one guy would love to, they know it's sports, but they would listen to an interview of you interviewing Abby. Yeah?
That might
and
be
Brittany.
a get. What if one agrees and the other doesn't?
Well,
I
then-
mean, she can just not
Well,
participate.
then she just keeps covering up the other's
No,
mouth.
just put on a pillowcase.
Or just,
Put the
I'm not-
pillowcase on.
Listen, Brittany, I'm not talking to you.
I'm talking to you.
Well, you were looking at me. No,
Stop
I
listening
wasn't.
in on my conversations.
Yeah.
Privacy, please.
And I have to pee.
We need to go right now. Why? Number 2.
I don't have to go. Just go. Keep feeding me cheese.
I don't know, man.
Oh, I
I'd
know.
rather talk about this than this other stuff.
I am intrigued by it. All right. Rob, there is a new, I don't want to say a new proposal, but an amended.
Well, we have two.
Okay.
We have two offers. We have two resolutions.
So offer sheets.
Well, no,
basically.
there's only one offer sheet. There's one. This is the Spurs offer. We got
Okay.
it from R.C. Buford. This is nothing new. This was the offer sheet. This was the deal that we assumed at some point Friday that all the parties had come to an agreement. But over the weekend, our Madam Mayor has re-asked for a strategic pause and wants another company to offer the numbers. Okay. And just trying to stop things without saying, I don't want it. She says, I do want the Spurs, but I want it on our terms. Well, the terms, as we look at, I don't think a lot of people would argue with. And again, the biggest enemy of great is good. This is a good deal.
Yeah.
This is a good deal. Now, I have questions, too. The one that sticks out to me more than any, with this agreement with the Spurs, and there's a remodel clause of between 13 and 15. I think there probably is some leeway in there. If we're really looking to talk about things that we could fix and maybe make feel more amenable. But as far as asking the Spurs to kick in any more money, there's not anymore. You know what I mean? We would be rearranging the chairs on the Titanic at that point if we'd go back and ask for them. There's not any. And I think the Spurs feel like they've offered a fair amount above and beyond the building with the community investments, which, by the way, just as a sidebar, and every stadium deal is different. And I'm not going to compare what San Antonio's trying to do with Oklahoma, with what San Antonio's trying to do with what Cleveland's trying to do and build a stadium up there. Every stadium financing deal is different. Every state is different. How they tax is different. But I do know that the Spurs are kicking in more for just community development, more for just community stuff than the Oklahoma City Thunder are kicking in for the entirety of their new building.
Yeah.
So I'll say that again. The Spurs will invest more money in the community and early childhood development and improvements into infrastructure than the Oklahoma City Thunders will offer up in totality to build their brand new stadium. So when you look at what is out there, when you look at what the Spurs have available to them, where they could go to a little podunk town like Oklahoma City and get a brand new stadium built for them for $75 million. Yeah. So when we're talking, they have all the hand. We have no leverage. None. They could leave in 4 years and never look back. So we have to understand, yes, we are bargaining with a billionaire, and billionaires are billionaires for a reason. They extract money from things. And we have managed to not let them extract as much as most teams get extracted. So that in itself is a good deal. Are the Spurs getting everything they want? No. But the city is getting at least as much as we're paying for, if not more.
Yeah.
So I don't get this. I don't understand what the mayor is chasing. The numbers tell us on the city council that it's going to pass, that this might be just much ado about nothing, but the mayor continues and has offered an alternative plan, an alternative resolution. So on Thursday, tomorrow, our council will have the opportunity to vote for, let's approve of this thing, or look at the other one and let's sit on our hands and move on. And the point of dissension is, again, the company that offered the financial prognostication.
Right. Who like they're not.
We don't trust their numbers because they were affiliated with the Spurs. And it was a tactical error by the Spurs. I think everybody can admit you were too close to this company. There's some intermingling of people. But just because you're close and just because you expect it's probably rosier than it might actually be, our city staff has had a long time to look at these numbers too. They've looked at them before, and Eric Walsh and our city manager, they're in it, I would assume, just like you are, Mayor, for the benefit of the city. And they signed off. Our accountants signed off.
Yeah.
I don't understand what you're chasing. Mayor, I heard you say something about downtown parking. They're going to up the parking on us, and they're going to do this. If you're holding things back for the cost of parking for our senior citizens who never go downtown anyway, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing? If you're worried that not enough people will come downtown, have you seen the development down there already? We're fighting obstacles. The mayor is fighting obstacles that she has created.
The things that stand out to me is this doesn't feel right. The idea that even after the building's built, we've already talked about what the Spurs are planning on throwing in. So even after we talk about all that, the Spurs will still pay $4 million a year in rent.
That will escalate 2% a year throughout the 30-year lease.
Okay, I get that because, like you said, the Spurs won't own the land underneath the building.
Right.
Fair enough. If you're going to charge someone $4 million of rent, you can't ask them to also revenue share with you.
And the Spurs have said, no, we're not doing that.
It's crazy.
No, it's above and beyond an ask, and it's a ridiculous ask. It really is. Under the way we're going to finance this arena, under the way it's going to be done, to ask them for profit sharing is crazy because they're kicking in nearly $1 billion. Now, if we were building the whole thing, yes, profit sharing, revenue sharing would be absolutely on the table. In fact, it'd be the first thing we'd talk about. Yes, we are equal partners in this now. We built it, you play in it, we share.
Yeah.
But no, they built it too. They will have spent as much money, and even then some. You know, the Spurs are also going to kick in money to help buy the old Federal building. They're going to kick in $30 million to help the city buy the old Federal building. The Spurs are going to kick in for that to help the city. Now, they're helping the city out, and I think they're expecting some comeback from the Spurs.
Sure.
I get the sense that after tomorrow afternoon, that this will be by the wayside. And it seems like this is such an unneeded controversy. When we need to enter into this, and anybody who's ever built a home or remodeled their home, the city's about to go into a remodel project, and you know how awful that is. It puts everybody off. I don't care how happily married you are. Go remodel your house and see how you feel after a month of that.
Yeah.
I mean, so this is going to be contentious. It will be. This is not going to be an easy working relationship because there's a lot of parties. So we should start this thing as friends, knowing full well that if our city and you, Madam Mayor, continue to be a great steward of our money, which I will expect, there will be some issues. We're going to run into that because that's what happens in business. We're all chasing one dream, but we have a lot of different ways to get there. And if we start this process already at odds, we start this process with R.C. Buford had to reinforce the fact that this is a good deal. This is a good deal. It's not a great one, but if you walk out saying it's a great deal, somebody got screwed. And I'm not looking to screw the Spurs, and the Spurs aren't looking to screw the city. So that turns into a good deal. And this is a good deal. You're not going to get better than this.
No.
You're not.
I don't think so either.
And the Spurs won't. And the Spurs can get better than this. The Spurs could put out a for sale sign. In 4 years, we're arriving.
And somebody would hand them $7 billion probably.
Everything you want. What else do you need?
Yeah.
So that is where, at the end of the day, when you go into negotiations, you have to understand where you are. And if you are not at 51% of strength, if you don't have 1% more leverage, you're not going to get 1% more unless you're trying to be a manipulative profit, one of those kind of transactional business affairs where you're trying to take the other guy for everything. We are partners in this, and we expect to be a partner with them for another 100 years. This is a long-term relationship that we're trying to foster that we're already 50 years into.
Right.
And to question and fight over this, which we know in the end will be a tremendous benefit for our city, no matter where you stand.
I don't see how you can look at it otherwise. I hear people talking about parking a lot, and Joe says parking $25 for 3 hours, get out of here.
It sucks. You're right.
First of all, to me, that is not a Spurs issue. That's a city issue.
A city issue.
I believe the one Vegas has gotten way overpriced in a lot of ways. Like Vegas, they had the Golden Goose and they killed it because they turned it into a luxury town instead of like a vacation town. But the one thing that they do right is locals get 3 hours of free parking at pretty much every casino in town. Like the casinos, when I say casino, I mean the parking garages, because all the parking garages are attached to casinos. So you can bring local business, like people. So if you don't, I'm not here to gamble. I'm here to eat a meal, or I'm here to whatever. You want your locals to still show up for that, but they don't want to pay $40
right now. Well, we have a downtown Tuesdays already. We have a downtown night where all the meters are free. You can go down, park any city spot on Tuesday nights to foster that. And that doesn't mean we can't continue to do that kind of stuff. We know that inside this broad framework, there's a lot of different ways that we can nuance this over the next 30 years. But right now, we have to commit to the pie. We have to commit to the big pie, and then we'll start slicing it up as appropriate. Here's another thing that the Spurs have promised. Anybody that they hire, anybody that they bring in will be guaranteed the same amount of money that any new hire for the city of San Antonio would get. So they've already promised that. So it's those little things that a corporate partner offers up that you don't even have to ask for, because they know as the tide rises, all of our boats will go up.
Yeah.
Now, some boats are a little bit smaller, but their boat will still rise. And to say, I'm going to throw it all out because I'm concerned about senior parking downtown, I get your concern. It's not enough to stop this.
No.
We can fix this along the way. We can massage it to make it work. There is really no reason other than you're trying to extract something and make a good deal where there's no need to make a good deal. You've got one.
Yeah. And Gilbert says $25 parking is so cheap. Well, it is for a sporting event. So event parking and I can't imagine it would be $25. It'd probably be $40, $50 on event nights. But
then you go back to the city and you go, we've got we've got parking right. There's
everywhere.
A lot of fixes that we can get through there. Yes, parking sucks, but you know what? Name a city where it doesn't.
Yeah, you go downtown to Houston on a night where the Astros are playing, or there's a concert downtown, or like the price of parking is almost double what it is on a night when no one's in town. That's just
the way it is.
That's reality.
How much is parking at a Cowboys game?
Oh my God!
Parking at the stadium, upwards of $100.
Yeah, over $100 typically.
Wow.
So that's on that's on the property. Guess what? That's also Arlington property. I mean, they funded all this, but the Cowboys get to pull that because where is Arlington without the Rangers and the Cowboys? You know what Arlington is at that point? Grand Prairie.
Hello.
You know what I mean?
Maybe you've never heard of a place called Six Flags?
Okay, so they are San Antonio.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Friday night at 7, the Cowboys take on the Atlanta Falcons in their last preseason game at Jerry World. Pre-game at 6, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? So we do a giveaway at GiveMeTheVin.com. Every month we're giving away $25,000 to one lucky person that sells us their car. Karen, you there?
I'm here.
Karen Gardner of Oceanside, California is the latest winner in GiveMeTheVin.com's big cash giveaway. What did you sell us?
I sold you a 95 Impala.
And what did we pay you for it?
You guys gave me 18.
18 plus 25,000 because you're the winner, Karen.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
You could be next to get a little more, maybe a lot more.
You guys are awesome. Keep it up.
No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GiveMeTheVin.com. Sell us your car.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million, pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney and have been representing people injured in auto and commercial truck collisions right here in San Antonio, my hometown, since 1994. Getting into a collision can be a life-altering event. Your health and recovery is the only thing that really matters, and anyone that's ever been injured in a traffic collision will tell you that. How do you get the insurance company to pay? Simple. Call me. As your attorney, my job is to get you through this. The decisions you make immediately after a collision are the most important decisions you can make. If you call me as soon as you can after a collision, I will help you make the right decisions for you and your family. Remember, I do not charge for a consultation. Growing up on the southwest side of San Antonio, when Loop 410 was the edge of town, I know how overwhelming it could be to face a giant insurance company all on your own. Just keep it simple. Call me. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website at lawyerforus.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
You work hard to provide for yourself and your family, and that's why identity theft is so scary. Not only does it pose a threat to your financial well-being, everything you've worked so hard for, but it's also a danger to your family. Even children can be victims. It's not their money thieves go after, obviously, but their social security number. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Act now and save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
Hungry after the game? Hit up Tamalitos Restaurant, home of San Antonio's best weekly specials and legendary Taco Tuesdays. Fresh, loaded, and just $1. Tamalitos, local flavor, big taste. 2042 South Callahan Road, right across Missions Baseball Stadium.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by tax relief advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-7147. 800-575-7147. That's 800-575-7147, or simply visit TRA.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Missions fans, get ready for AARP $2 Tuesdays at Wolf Stadium, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Enjoy $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more. Tonight, first pitch at 7:05 p.m. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at samissions.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Here he is. It's a unique radio skill to be able to take care of that kind of business in 5 minutes. Boom.
No one thought I could do it.
You did it.
You set your eye on a goal.
That's impressive. Uh-oh. That's the look of I'm not done yet.
I mean,
It is what it is.
Never break it off, man.
No.
I mean, I just twisted up some paper towels.
Never do that.
I got a temporary stopper in. All right. And that's the other. Let me say this. San Antonio is like, anytime you talk about cost of parking, cost of this, cost of that. Remember, San Antonio is the last major metro in Texas that doesn't have toll roads.
Nope, never will.
But I mean, it's like it is a luxury to not have to pay for
That's
a lot of things.
You know, this is such a great observation, because when we chose to not go toll roads, we chose to pay for it ourselves so we wouldn't have to pay as we go. We chose a tax over, you know what, let the rich people pay for it because only rich people ride toll roads, and I'll just follow the lights. We chose, no, we're egalitarian here. We're all going to pay for it, and we're not going to separate the richies who get to pay for the tolls from us who have to sit through lights. And that's part of who San Antonio is.
But when you do have toll roads, you're paying for convenience. And somebody on the thing said something similar to this. I see dead people. You can't say we don't want the toll roads and then complain that I'm
paying the tax.
Right. Yeah. Like you can't have it both ways. And that's it feels like San Antonio we want this really nice thing, but we don't want to pay for extra parking. And when I say San Antonio, I don't mean the people of San Antonio. I'm saying what it seems like.
No,
you're talking about.
Well, you're talking about the people in San Antonio. There's a reason why San Antonio doesn't have a lot of things. Have you ever stopped and wondered, why doesn't San Antonio have some kind of mass transit system? Why don't we have what Dallas has, some kind of train system? Why aren't we doing that? If you look at this, the city of San Antonio, square footage wise, is bigger than Chicago. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yet we have never even dreamt of even attempting to build some kind of true mass transit system other than a bus stop. We've never even tried. And you know why? Because things like this didn't exist. And when you build something like this, we'll go, you know what, parking's a trouble. But you know what, the next thing that would catapult us into being a true international city is a viable mass transit system.
Yeah.
And when you have an anchor like this, then suddenly we can start thinking bigger because our tax base is bigger because we are that now. And the next step is this. It's those little things that has hampered San Antonio for these many, 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 many years. We have big dreams, and we have let the little things get in our way over and over. And because of that, we're still dealing with the little things. We never fix streets and drainage. You know why? Because we've been too busy trying to grow our infrastructure so we can fix the streets and drainage, but we keep the money from coming many times because the tax situation to pay for the streets and drainage. Companies don't want to come here. And we've had this difficult balance of how much do we break taxes, how much do they pay for schools, while also improving our economic base. And time after time, we have whiffed. And only over the last 25 years have we really seen some true economic growth. After the military money dried up 30 years ago, we had a void in this city. And we are only now catching pace. And to slow this motion over little things that can be fixed on a deal that is good. And let's talk about one more thing with this mayor. Did you know the other thing she's demanding? She's telling the council people, who she is just the 11th councilman at the end of the day, you have to go back to your districts, and I want you to have 2 meetings to talk to your people. Well, I appreciate you wanting to do that, but you have no right to tell me as a council person how many times or where I got to meet with my constituents. They're my constituents.
You're not the boss of me.
You can go down there and have the meeting if you want to, but I've had my meeting. I've talked to my people, and guess what? They elected me to go do this, and I hope we have 6 that say yes.
Yeah.
We've done our due diligence. I was elected to grow this city and do the best thing for the most people, and that's this. That's this. If we want to do the best thing for the least people, that would be, let's go back to the Spurs and ask for profit sharing. Give us 2 cents off every dollar you make and see what the answer is.
It just doesn't make sense. I don't understand the complexities of this type of stuff as much as you do, certainly. But I can't see anyone being against. First of all, I can't see anyone saying the things she said about, like, well, like when they asked if the Spurs were to leave, we can't operate from that position of fear. If they want to go, then they can go. To me, saying that is just crazy.
Yeah, you have to. You have to understand the circumstances you're in. If you don't realize where you're standing, you're lost. You're absolutely lost, and no matter what deal you think you're getting, you're not, because you don't know where you are. We are in a position of weakness. We are. There are 20 cities out there right now that would give them far more than we have right now, far more, and would welcome them with open arms.
I mean, Vegas and Seattle are 2 of the biggest, fastest-growing markets in the country, and both of them are dying for an NBA team.
Can you imagine Adam Silver sitting in the Fifth Avenue office in the NBA and loving the Spurs in San Antonio, and gets a little wisp of, what would Victor Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox, Steph Castle, and Dylan Harper do in Vegas? What? I mean, we're going to give them an inkling of opportunity to take this, and they would take that golden egg and turn it into the biggest, beautiful golden goose you've ever seen. And Vegas would rocket to prosperity, and everything that would happen in Vegas, and San Antonio would become Tulsa.
Let's do 2 games a year in the Sphere. How about that?
So, I mean, we're going to pay through the nose. This is a high-end Ferrari, but yes, the outcome, the benefit is just so much more than the investment. And it's the intrinsic stuff, too, and the extrinsic stuff. It's all the things tied into what San Antonio believes itself to be and what we aspire to become. And the moment you hamstring yourself, the moment you go, we're not that big yet, the moment you die.
It just feels like a necessary step. And it's I get it can be painful, but
the greater good will be served, and I think this is a lot of ado over nothing. I think this steamroll has happened, but the fact that we had to read this from R.C. Buford, released from the Spurs last night, for them to reinforce, like, I don't know what she's talking about. Look at what we're doing, and yes, we are a corporation. This is a profit thing. I got to pay Victor Wembanyama, I don't know, in a couple years, I'm going to pay him $250 million. Yeah, I got to make some money too. I'm going to have to make some money. So this being said, as the Spurs, they have promised, I have never seen this, and I'm sure it's happened. The Spurs have promised to cover all the cost overruns, which it's inherent in the business. There will be cost overruns, and they have said, we will be responsible for them. At that point, I don't care what else. If I'm on the other side, I'm Eric Walsh or whoever's negotiating this, I'm good.
How do you argue again after that?
I'm good. And you're going to give me how many million to invest in early childhood development and all the infrastructure? And you're going to do that, are you? No, I want some of your money, too. I want some profit sharing.
Yeah. Oh, but I also want you to pay rent.
And pay rent, too.
And then the money you make in the place that we're renting to you that you paid for, I want you to give us a percentage of that. And we want a portion of the naming rights. What are you going to call it? Okay, we want a piece of that pie too. It's like there's a lot of things pointing to this being a good deal for the city, but the city I say the city. Madam Mayor doesn't seem to want a good deal. She wants the greatest deal.
And that's the problem. That's someone who has never served in anything other than public policy. This is somebody who's never sat behind a desk and made a financial decision. I will invest in this to the detriment of something that I do indeed love, but I know the long-term benefit of investing in this is better for me, is for us. And when you're spending somebody else's money all the time, sometimes you don't understand that. Sometimes you just gotta buckle up and invest in the long term. You're just gonna have to do it, man.
Not every deal is buying Alaska or buying the Louisiana Purchase. Like, no, not every deal is gonna be that one-sided. Like sometimes it hurts a little. And in a good deal, especially a really good big business deal, both sides leave going, we could have gotten this, maybe we could have done that. That's probably the sign that it was a good deal.
Exactly. And that's what is overall concerning about any of this. And on the other side of this, she's not even going to be in office when this is all done. It's going to be long done because the max she can only do 2 terms. Her legacy will. I mean, your legacy is being formed now. You can be the one that was here. It can be the Mayor Gina Jones, whatever. We can name stuff after you. You can play a role, even though you had nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
You got here in May. You had nothing to do with any of these negotiations, but you will get to wear the crown as guess what happened under my watch.
Yeah.
And it'll be talked about like Lila Cockrell did for all the things she did. You can live like that if you decide to make a legacy other than a decision.
Well, we'll see. I mean, again, something comes out every day, which is part of the intrigue of this story is we're going to get daily updates until it happens, I guess, until November.
Yeah. Well, no, the key will be once we get the money. Now that we'll let the city. I mean, at the end of the day, seriously, I don't know, Mayor, what your problem is. If you feel like you're so right, the city of San Antonio will vote this down. If you think you're so right, you'll have the next 3 months to prove to us the fallacy in the numbers, and then the citizens of San Antonio will agree or disagree. But for you not even to allow it to begin to get on the ballot, I trust that 51% of San Antonio citizens understand the value of the Spurs and are willing to forego some of the perfection for good. I believe that. Why doesn't the mayor believe that? Do you not believe that? Do you think that we're going to make a poor decision, or are you smarter than us? You just got here. We've been here for years. You just got here. You were elected in May. And last I saw, you were running for a House rep seat down in the Valley. Seriously. So I know you say you lived here and all this. You had no role in the negotiations of this. You had none. And you get here and say, well, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this. Well, guess what? Some stuff has already happened. The paint's already dry. And you're right. I'm not necessarily overwhelmingly happy with the company that did it. I would like to have seen them chosen another one. But we've had enough time to look at those numbers. Right. We've had enough time to verify them. These weren't just handed to us. And our city manager, which I do trust in Eric Walsh, said the numbers are good.
Well, again, I think she has a real chance of, if this were to be slowed, or stopped, she's going to go down as like one of these people that people will use her as like the
cautionary
you got
tale.
Munson, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
You got Gina Jones on that one. Like that's what it's going to be like. I mean, she'll become a verb. And the people of San Antonio will forever remember that name.
Short-term life.
I don't mean it in a good way.
Yeah, you will be voted out post-haste. There's not enough of the people that you think you're benefiting to truly benefit you. There's just not.
Yeah. Art says, not invented here syndrome. That's me. I've got it. I've got the fever.
I hope this is much ado about nothing, and calmer heads are going to prevail. I do know that if you think the Spurs need to do this, you have your opportunity tomorrow to go make yourself heard. You can get on the Citizens to be heard. You can go stand in front of that council and tell them absolutely what you believe. And now is a great time. If you don't know who your council person is, find out who it is and give them a call. Tell them that you need this done. Reinforce the fact that San Antonians see the future. Why don't you?
So are you going to do it?
No. One of the things is I'm a county resident. I really don't have a lot of sway. Now, I'm going to vote for the county thing, but I am not a citizen of San Antonio. I live outside the so as a county resident, I'm telling you, Judge Sakai and all of our Bexar County commissioners, thank you. Thank you. You did it. You saw the future. And guess what Judge Sakai managed to do? Not only is he found a way to kick in some money for the Dome or for our new Marvel, they're going to take care of Frost Center too. Yeah. They're going to kick in too. What was the problem there? I know it's an entirely different argument, but these guys have been here. They played a role, and they saw the future, and they did it. The county's taking care of their role, and they covered the entire nut the first time.
Yeah.
They built this on county land because they had to come and save us. The county folks said, we're in. We're in, and we're going to give money, even though all this taxation stuff, I'm not seeing any of that.
Sure.
Because I'm out in the county, but I'm willing to have this happen. So if you're a citizen of the city and you want to go talk, go. Let them know. This is one of those things that the greatest political saying ever uttered was all politics are local.
Yeah.
And this is local, brother. You want to affect something, you can today or tomorrow. You can go make a difference. If you feel that strongly, go stand in front of them and tell them the truth.
All right, let's take a break. The show is flying by. We're already at, less than an hour and a half to go. I got to tell you about Karbach, my good friends at Karbach Brewing. Rob, they sent me a gift yesterday to my house.
Finally.
No, not beer.
Oh.
That's going to come here to the station.
Oh.
But they sent me a new hat, an Astros hat, and a Hopadillo Astros hat.
Oh, not a Crawford Bach hat?
No.
That is the Astros stripes?
No, it's even cooler. I'll have to show it to you. But they've always got something cool brewing over there at Karbach. Something for everybody in their lineup. Right now, we're waiting on that pumpkin lager and Karbachtoberfest. I saw it on their social media. It's out and about now. You're going to be able to find it at several accounts right now. The pumpkin and lager and Karbachtoberfest, great seasonal beers. But if that's not your thing, no big deal. You can always get the Love Street, which is their Cold-Style Blonde. It's a delicious, very crisp, very refreshing beer. It's their best seller for a reason. Hopadillo is their flagship IPA. That is a bitter, in-your-face, hop bomb, California West Coast IPA. And Crawford Bach, which Rob was mentioning, my favorite of the everyday drinkers, just a really smooth, great year-round beer. Something for everyone in their lineup and all over our fair city. You can get it in all the bars and restaurants, of course. But if you don't, you need to ask them, hey, why am I not able to get this? Why can't I get Karbach here at my favorite local watering hole? Next time you're out and about, you're having yourself a good time, go and ask your bartender, please make it a Karbach.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just cleared one of our trouble spots, 410 eastbound Exchange Parkway. That stall has cleared. Left behind a little bit of a slow residual delay. Also cleared that stall, 37 southbound Fair Avenue. Still working this wreck on 35 southbound at 1604. In fact, this is our heaviest delay right now. This wreck is 2 left lanes blocked, 50-minute delay has you stop and go from Schwab Road. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Golf Classic is back, baby. Get the crew together. Guys, gals, the whole gang. And join us Monday, September 29th at Olympia Hills Golf Club for a laid-back day full of swings, laughs, and a little friendly trash talk. It's just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome. A steal for a day on a beautiful course with your buddies. Proceeds benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country. But don't worry. Conquer the course. We'll keep the party rolling at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, where the drinks are cold, the food is hot, and the stories are even better. Get ready to tee off on the best Monday you'll have all year. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
Hey, Sarah. Heard about your car accident. You okay?
Well, let's see. My car's toast, my neck's a pretzel, and the insurance guy ghosted me faster than my ex. So, peachy.
Remind me why you haven't called Thomas J. Henry Law yet?
Calling an attorney is weird to me.
Yeah, you should totally trust insurance, who profits from underpaying you.
I'm picking up on your sarcasm.
You need to pick up the phone and dial Thomas J. Henry Law.
Car accident? Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com today. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Is Cialis Daily really better than Viagra?
If you like spontaneity, the answer is yes. So when the mood strikes, you're ready to go.
I felt like a young man again. My wife is definitely much happier. When you take it, you're ready to go.
Does Cialis Daily last longer than Viagra?
Guys are raving that their results last even longer.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star.
Because it is effective, I say I'm on a second honeymoon.
It's literally life-changing.
Does RexMD really work?
Over 85% of guys said not only does it work, they saw results the very first night. And you can get your first month free at freerexmd.com with medication delivered direct to your door. There's no copay, no doctor office visit, and your shipping is always free. Visit freerexmd.com to get your first month free. That's FREEREXMD.com.
Guys, are you always tired and ready to do something about getting your energy back but just don't have the time? Now, Synergenics and Low T Center have the solution. New at-home TRT, personalized to you and delivered straight to your door. Getting started is quick and easy. Drop into one of their centers for a quick test and get set up on the program. Save even more time with their new mobile app. It's like being at the provider's office without the hassle. Affordable treatment options available. Don't wait. Book now at fixmylowt.com. Fixmylowt.com.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-7147. 800-575-7147. That's 800-575-7147 or simply visit TRA.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on the Blitz after 2 bad preseason games, the Cowboys are back home. In fact, they're continuing training camp at the Star in Frisco.
Shireen Williams with ProFootballTalk.com will join us at 5:15.
And the latest on Project Marvel is that Thursday City Council meeting looms.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun.
That's production right there, Vic.
Oh, the jock jams.
Oh, yeah. That's Avery. Y'all ready for this?
I guess let me do this before I get back into what's going on. You know what? I'm going to do two things real quick.
Okay. What at?
One, I'm going to tell you guys about the golf tournament.
That's a good thing.
Rob and I, it's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm going to tell you about the San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Classic. Monday, September 29th at Olympia Hills Golf Club. $120 a head to play, or if you got some buddies, you want to do a foursome, $400. Now, do you think Abby and Brittany Hensel would count as one player or two?
They'd only be swinging one club.
So one player.
One player.
Okay.
Right?
Right, I would think.
I don't know.
Unless maybe one's right-handed and one's left-handed, which I guess they are.
It depends
they
on
are.
Or they would
certainly
be swinging two clubs.
It depends on how
so
they
there would
swing.
be two players.
Oh, gosh.
Like, which way do you swing? What?
Yeah, you got to be able to see, so the one on it would be two players, unless one just doesn't play, and then but she'd have to lend a hand, so she would play even if she didn't. A lot of questions. I have so many questions.
I told you.
A lot of questions.
I have tons.
Anyway, the proceeds of this tournament benefit all women with two heads. Actually, no, it's gonna benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country, which is a different foundation, different charity altogether.
Mm-hmm.
You can register now at sasportstar.com. And afterwards, head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. And the Blitz will be broadcasting live. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Classic presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla. Sponsored by Flat by Yingling and PFL Motorhomes.
Are we doing the award ceremony again? I guess so.
TBD.
Probably, yeah.
TBD. I don't know. Remember last year?
I thought our performance might have had us X'd out of that job.
Our performance?
We're a team. I'm just saying our performance. I would have said that maybe we had done it so poorly they didn't want us back, which was really the goal.
Apparently, of our two-headed monster, one of our two-headed host, one of our heads got really wasted, and the other one was
whatever the case. I thought we had been told we weren't allowed to do stuff like that in front of people.
I was told we were supposed to.
Well, after our performance, I thought maybe they would not ask us to do it again.
I would hope not.
Well,
I think Nick Trey is a great.
He does a great job.
He'd be great for that job.
I think that's a suit job.
All right. Also, here's a giveaway. Okay. Got to give it to your mama. Got to give it to your daughter. Do a little dancing and you drink a little water. How about tickets to the San Antonio Summer Showdown, August 23rd at the Boeing Center at Techport. That's right. Desi Martinez Promotions and Fighters First Management will present a loaded night of action Saturday, August 23rd, the San Antonio Summer Showdown coming to the Boeing Center at Techport here in San Antonio. 10-fight card, a bevy of top contenders and rising boxing talent, headlined by undefeated rising contender Justin Figueroa, who duels Jared Tennant in an 8-round matchup for the junior NABF super welterweight title. You want to go see some boxing down at the Techport next week? I've been to boxing there. It's a great place to see fights. Let's go with caller number 3. You'll win a pair of tickets to go see the San Antonio Summer Showdown.
It's been a minute since we had some fights. I'm glad they're back.
That's right. Yeah. That's right, baby. That's right. And then next month, UFC Noche will be in town. So San Antonio, we should be a bigger fight city than we are, quite frankly.
Well, we are a fight town. It's just been kind of dry the last year or so.
We should have big fights here every 6 months.
And, we will eventually again. I mean, especially if we build Project Marvel. Can you imagine the fights we would have then?
That would help.
See?
That would help. Oh, we'd for sure start getting some big fights. We do that.
Oh, we'd get Canelo at least 3 times.
Well, I would hope so.
Well, I mean, his career's winding down. He'll be doing those
That's
fights just to
true.
get paid before long.
That's true.
We're perfect for that.
And if they update the Alamo Dome some, maybe we can do a big fight, like a mega fight there.
Done a few there. They know what they're doing over there.
I know. How about Cam Ward? Did you see this yesterday?
I don't know. Did I?
Cam Ward. It was a hot day in Nashville. Everybody's sweating, everybody's tired, and Ward threw a touchdown pass to Calvin Ridley near the end of practice. And then Cam Ward stopped and shoved defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons and then did the Zombieland celebration in front of him.
I kind of like that from my QB.
Well, you know who didn't like it?
I bet all of the defense.
Jeffrey Simmons, who gave a two-hand shove to Ward's face mask and put him on the ground. And the offensive line ran in, and there's a big scuffle breaks out in camp. Now, I get you can't you're not supposed to touch the quarterback.
Never.
That's the rule. But there's got to be rules for the quarterback going around shoving defensive linemen and then celebrating in their face. Like, you're asking for it, bro.
No, I think there should be some retribution.
Especially a rookie?
But I think it should be. You should have to. I like my quarterback with a little bit of attitude, but I also don't want my defensive lineman hitting my quarterback. So maybe the quarterback pays a fine, but I secretly as the coach, I'm kind of like, yeah, keep doing that.
I would be careful of that. If I'm a rookie, I may want to.
That's a dumb move. You don't make a team by roughing up your quarterback.
Well, no, you don't. Well, listen, Jeffrey Simmons, a first-round pick. He's going to make the team. He's one of their best players.
Well,
but I'm saying if I'm Cam Ward, it's not endearing to.
If you're on the offense,
to do all that in it right in your guy's face, it doesn't make much sense.
Bringing up Cam Ward, I read an interesting article on him, and we've talked about his awkward, unique throwing style, that sidearm look, and he's not the tallest quarterback either. And they were looking. Whoever was following the Titans consistently was looking at film work and over practice and in the 2 games that he's played. Where was Cam most effective? And they're looking at, because of his size, that his most effective passing stance is now that 5-step drop. They have to drop him back to get further back behind the offensive line to find the passing angles because of that low release point. Well, that's a pretty big adaptation for a lot of offenses. The 5-step drop is done. That's not, most teams don't have enough time to do that. So shotgun is going to play a bigger role, they think, in his offense, at least his rookie year, because he needs to be back there in time to make those kind of throws.
Right.
So there's some things that I hadn't considered that have been taken into consideration, considering his size and his throwing motion, that the Titans do have in place.
Art says Troy Aikman never did that. I don't know. I don't remember Troy Aikman ever shoving one of his teammates and then doing this.
Well, no, I don't think Troy ever did, but Troy didn't need to. Yeah, I think the Titans are. Well, Troy needed to. When Troy showed up the Cowboys, they were as bad as the Titans.
Oh yeah,
they were a 1-16 team, and the one team 1-15 in the one game they won. Troy didn't.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm just saying, you're a rookie. You want to endear yourself to your teammates. There's a way to do it, and having probably the best player on the defense pissed off at you in practice ain't the way to go about it.
Probably not. But your 2 best players were skirmishing, so maybe there's a little bit of that. I'm just trying to find an edge for the poor Titans. I mean, I'm reading about their drop back and how they're trying to get him protected on a 5-step drop with a line that could barely handle a 3-step drop, and he's got his own issues. So
if I'm Jeffrey Simmons, I'd be like, dude,
you got other trouble, man.
Hey, remember when you could have been doing this in the game the other day? Would have been nice. Instead, you stunk.
Speaking of, did you see Dylan Gabriel pull up after he threw that pick 6? He was going to have nothing to do with the tackle.
Oh, hell
which I appreciate.
That's not his job to do that.
Business decision.
They're also saying the Browns might. It's looking more and more like the Browns are going to carry 4 quarterbacks, which is crazy.
It's crazy, but I get it. If you ask me, do you want a 4th quarterback, one that might? No, there's only 2 unscratched lottery tickets here. We know what Pinkett, or what his name, Little Hands is, and we know
Pickett and Joe Flacco.
And you ask me, would you like to keep one of the quarterbacks or a 3rd-string tight end? I'm going to keep a quarterback. You know what I mean? Or a 4th-string tackle? I'll keep a quarterback.
Well, you say that until bodies
So
start
you need
falling.
a four-string tackle. But if I need a four-string tackle, I'm going to need another quarterback.
Well, just put Dylan Gabriel out there at tackle. That'll work.
Yeah.
All right. We got 1 hour to go, friends. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
6 for 6, and the Aggies have the lead.
Your home for Aggies football. KTFM Floresville. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Friday night at 7. The Cowboys take on the Atlanta Falcons in their last preseason game at Jerry World. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive Insurance, they offer auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options to cover your small business needs and more. Visit Progressive.com today. Again, that's Progressive.com.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. Intake 23, select models only.
Listen up, San Antonio. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can get college credit for the stripes you've earned. Turn your military rank into college credit to save time and money on an online degree. Eligible enlisted service members and previously enlisted veterans may receive up to 12 credits for select undergraduate courses based on their rank, and up to 90 credits in total for prior learning, military experience, and training. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu/SATX.
Missions fans, get ready for AARP $2 Tuesdays at Wolf Stadium, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Enjoy $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more tonight. First pitch at 7:05 p.m. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at samissions.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
What is your next success story? At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can succeed again with more than 135 affordable online degrees and certificates to help you move your career forward. From cybersecurity and AI to healthcare and MBA, Our programs help you build critical thinking, leadership, and communication skills that set you apart in today's job market. Apply now and save with no application fee through September 3rd. Visit umgc.edu to get started. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
The right stuff.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just cleared one of our trouble spots, 410 eastbound Exchange Parkway. That stall has cleared. Left behind a little bit of a slow residual delay. Also cleared that stall, 37 southbound Fair Avenue. Still working this wreck on 35 southbound at 1604. In fact, this is our heaviest delay right now. This wreck is 2 left lanes blocked, 50-minute delay has you stop and go from Schwab Road. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Cowboys added to their secondary, signing veteran quarterback Michael Ojemudia, who most recently played for the UFL's DC Defenders. In college football, Texas Athletic Director Chris Del Conte will receive a 6-year contract extension that will pay him $2.9 million for 2026 and eventually pay him $4.25 million in 2036. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowt.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back, guys. Morning Huddle 94.1. Claymore. Boy, Claymore loves this Shedeur Sanders. Meanwhile, the Rams have 37-year-old Matt Stafford battling a bad back.
Hey, he practiced yesterday, so we've got some incremental growth. He wasn't hit, but at least he was out there.
Rams could have drafted Shedeur even in the 3rd or 4th round. Well, Claymore, the Rams, first of all, they have a pretty solid backup quarterback in Jimmy Garoppolo, should Stafford not be able to play. And their 3rd-string quarterback is a fellow named Stetson Bennett that they took in the 4th round 2 years ago.
Cowboys made him look good.
And here's why I'm not going to say a damn word about what the Rams do at quarterback, because whatever we think, I trust Sean McVay about as much as anybody in the world to tell me who can play quarterback and who can't. I will always say the fact that he got to a Super Bowl with Jared Goff and then went to his bosses and said, I can't win with this guy.
Been there, done that.
Like, if I can get close, I can't win a Super Bowl with this guy. We need to give up a 1st-round pick to send him away. A guy that was just in the Super Bowl, and they did it, and then they won a Super Bowl.
And he's doing it with a dude that another coach did the same thing with Garoppolo. I mean, yeah, he's a great coach. And on the other side of this, I think Shedeur's pretty good. I think he's going to be all right. I just don't understand the unnatural over-expectation for him, because he looks like a lot of guys who have the pieces and parts. That nothing more, nothing less. His last name just happens to be Sanders. If his last name wasn't Sanders, do you think he'd make the Browns?
Mm.
Being real, I mean, they drafted Dylan Gabriel. No, I don't think so. I don't think he would.
I don't know, because he was a good college quarterback.
Well, I shouldn't say that. I think yes or no isn't the issue. I think there would be only one of those two would be here. If it wasn't for Sanders and his last name was Jones and he was going against Dylan Gabriel, only one of those two would survive. They wouldn't both be.
I agree with that. I think that although I will say there's a world where there were maybe teams who were turned off by the fact that his last name was Sanders.
I guarantee you there was. I have no doubt in my mind. And, first and foremost might have been the Rams. They know what the star culture looks like, and they're firmly embedded there in L.A. Last thing we need to do is add something else and all this other sidebar drama to a team that really should be looking at Super Bowl. We don't need that kind of stuff early.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just don't – I don't know what the Rams the Rams are the only ones who know what Matt Stafford's situation is. I agree that, you're in your late 30s. Backs don't get better generally.
Hey, he's practicing, though.
But also I know that outside of the 4 God King quarterbacks in the NFL, Matt Stafford is probably the next guy in line.
Right there. Although,
and you only got like 2 more years of him, maybe.
You're foolish if you think he's going to play all this year. But even if Sador had been a Ram, he wasn't going to play. He would have been just where he is in Cleveland, probably practice squad type. But yeah, if on the Rams side of things, if you think that Stafford's going to play 17 games, you're crazy.
Yeah.
You better be ready for Stedman, Bennett, and Garoppolo. Those guys better take some snaps.
No, I
fully expect we're going to see him for a game or two.
I am certain Sean McVay understands that this is probably not a full season of Matt Stafford. And I guess any of you guys drafting in your fantasy league should probably not expect a full season of Matt Stafford.
No, but he projects to have pretty decent numbers. The wide receivers, pretty solid. There should be some numbers there, but for 17 games, no.
No. But yeah, Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua and
some guys to throw to.
Two
good running back coming out of the flat.
Kyren
That
Williams.
offense is going to move the ball.
But I still laugh at Devontae Adams asking out of the Raiders to get away from Jimmy Garoppolo. And now he's going to end up being catching passes from
all that
Jimmy
stuff
Garoppolo.
I said, I didn't mean it. That stuff, that was just me talking. That was just words.
I do like that. Hey, Major League Baseball, there's some rumors about, Rob Manfred was talking about it, MLB expansion, which we are in the MLB expansion is in the longest drought since they first expanded in 1961. The last 2 teams to join were in 1998, Arizona and Tampa. And there are thoughts that by the end of this decade, they want to have 2 new teams in Major League Baseball. They want to take it to 32 teams. And Rob Manfred has come out and said that if they do that, we will see a geographic realignment.
Good.
Which means more than likely the end of the American League and the National League, which doesn't mean as much now, but you know how baseball guys are.
It does matter as
baseball
far as
guys are old school, like
that and pitching. The way
with
the pitchers are handled.
With no DHs anymore, or with everybody having a DH, there's no difference in the 2 games
the
now.
strategy is done.
Yeah, there was a time where it was a very different thing. Now everybody plays by the same rules. So here's what I've got. I've seen 2 of these, and I'm going to give you 2 options on which one I tell you about. Both scenarios have Nashville listed as one of the expansion teams.
That's a region that is underrepresented.
There's a differing thought on who the second team would be. One says Charlotte, North Carolina.
Well, if Tennessee's getting one, I'm not sure we load up another East Coast team. That would be my only issue.
The other one says Portland, Oregon.
See, that would make a little bit more sense. Just for time zone separation and game separation during a given night, I can have, early, mid, and late games, and I had one more team to do that. But that assumes some other things that they even want it.
Then I'll right. So for argument's sake, then we'll go with the Portland expansion. So Portland and Nashville, the 2 new baseball teams. Here's what the new divisions would look like. The Northeast Division, remember, there won't be there. I don't know if there will be or won't be AL and NL anymore, but there'd
be something akin to it.
It's not their priority. What they're saying is maintaining the AL and the NL is not their priority.
It would be named that, even though you might not have been in the American League.
It could end up being an East and a West or something like that. But here's what they're looking at. Northeast Division, and these are going to be
Sounds weird.
4-team division. It's going to look like a lot like the NFL.
Yeah.
Mets, Phillies, Red Sox, Yankees. 4 big money power teams.
Do you really want to eliminate 2 of those every year, knowing they 2 will not make the playoffs?
What I like about it is knowing that all 4 of them won't make the playoffs.
So that I get that
because
I mean,
especially when we talk about we want parity.
Yeah, I get it.
Let them play against each other.
But you're losing out on some rooftops, some TVs when you're eliminating the Mets or the Red Sox every year.
I agree. The Great Lakes region or Great Lakes division: Blue Jays, Guardians, Pirates, Tigers.
Okay. Where was the Brewers in here?
The North Division: Brewers, Cubs, Twins, White Sox.
Okay, I'm in. That works.
Mid-Atlantic: Braves, Orioles, Nationals, Reds.
The Reds don't fit.
But the Reds don't really have another home.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Where are the Rays then? Southeast or something?
Well, we'll get to the Rays. Yeah. Central: Cardinals, Rockies, Royals, Nashville.
All right. It sounds natural.
I mean,
to me.
Rockies in Nashville, Colorado, Denver and Nashville. It's a good haul.
It is.
That's a part of the country that there's not a lot going on in.
Yeah, there's not that area is not represented.
South.
This sounds like a murderous one.
Rays, Marlins, Astros, Rangers.
That's not tough.
Southwest: Angels, Diamondbacks, Dodgers, Padres.
Oh, that's the best one of them all.
Northwest: A's, Giants, Mariners, Portland.
I like it. It feels very football to me.
Now,
but you're losing some. You're keeping rivalries in house, so you get to see it a lot more.
You're keeping some rivalries.
Well, the Chicago Cubs, Rangers, Astros,
Cardinals, Cubs would be gone. Yeah. Dodgers, Giants would be gone.
Well, it wouldn't be gone. You just wouldn't get 10 games of it. But
yes, yeah, but those would get broken up.
I'm not as much of a purist as a lot of the baseball guys are. I would be willing. I don't see a problem with that, but I can see if I was old school, that Red Sox, Mets, Yankees thing. That's a little much. That's the only thing I'm looking at as baseball as a whole, because it seems like you're eliminating 2 of the biggest teams in the world from playoff contention every year, but just by the numbers. Like you're not going to be able to bring 4 from one region into the playoffs.
The cities vying for MLB franchises right now: Portland, Salt Lake City, Nashville, and Orlando all have like groups put together that are working on funding and support. Other teams or other cities listed as possibilities, although they may be a little further out: Charlotte, Montreal, and San Antonio.
Well, we've been in and out of this for years. I'm glad we're not on the top of this list. We got our other fish to fry, but I do think that's the next thing. It'll be a lot easier for us to land a baseball team than a football team.
I agree with that. I also will say that building a stadium downtown right now, like the Marvel Arena, and the fact that they're building a new minor league system downtown or minor league stadium downtown kind of kills the idea of this.
I completely agree. And there's going to come a time, and it's been talked about in a variety of publications. Have you ever heard of what the Texaplex is? That's this triangle: San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, with Austin right in the middle. I think we will have reached.
It's what's on Southwest napkins.
Basically it, yeah. But the Texaplex is the most successful grouping of cities anywhere in the world as far as economic development and growth over the last 5 years. And I think as San Antonio has grown into this part of this, it'll now become up to Austin to kind of foster some of this growth, because the Austin Spurs, I think it's going to be this unified city in the next 30 years. There's not going to be a separation between Austin and San Antonio other than a couple of fields. It's really going to be one entity. And at this point, the baseball and the football, if it's ever going to come to our part of the world, it's going to have to be Austin, San Marcos centric. We're going to have to place that thing up there, and it's going to have to be a community of cities and entities that are going to come together. I do think baseball is the next chase. I think that's something that is worthy for this part of the world. And I do think that Austin needs to be kind of maybe the front runner on this.
I think if there's going to be a stadium built in Austin, it would probably need to be there on Town Lake.
Well, I would say
And that's
Town Lake
expensive.
South. I was thinking more, the Kyle, San Marcos region where we
don't
build
think that'll
toward.
work.
Do you think Austin would vote for that?
I think it would have to be in Austin. I think that's the only way it would work.
I do think that
People don't want to drive a long way to go watch a baseball
you're
game.
right. You're absolutely right. And the reason I continue to bring up that center part it would be just about what I was talking about earlier. It would create the need for the mass transit, the trains running on time from downtown San Antonio to the front door of the stadium, same way with Austin coming. If you do that, then it does make it a 30-minute train ride from a park and ride. I think people will do that.
I think
they're
they
not
could
going
do
to
that,
drive
yeah.
through traffic. And that's in the works. And so if we can communicate and organize that kind of stuff, we are, once we combine forces with Austin, now we're a media market worthy of contention. We're a top 10 media market for every sport. They're not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet, but I do see in 25 years that will be something that will happen. And judging by the way that baseball grows, and it's been, 25 years since? So I would think the next round of growth will play a role in it. But unfortunately, then at that point, we'll be competing with Mexico City, Monterey.
Right.
At that point, those cities will play a bigger role in acquiring.
But maybe
baseball.
we're further along as a city then, too. Like, who knows?
Absolutely. And I think once we decide to put away our jealousy and attitude about Austin and them toward us, when we decide we're better together and that we're not one city, but we are one people, that we can go and get some things that might be a little bit difficult to get to for some of us, but we're willing to kind of kick into it for all the peripheral things that come.
One thing I'll say that I think, and this is non-sports related, but you can tell me if I'm wrong on this. Just from being, I've been here a little over a year now, and one of the things when I drive around the downtownish area, anything east of the freeway, feels like if there's room for expansion, it would be that way.
Well, yeah.
And I'm saying this is a problem, and again, this is coming from a place of ignorance. So, pardon me if this is wrong. There's a lot of old, ugly buildings there that appear abandoned, but also are designated as historical places.
Truth.
That is a disaster for city growth.
It always has been.
That is a absolute disaster if you want your city to grow, is having old, unoccupied, useless buildings that are protected.
Just because they're old.
It's crazy.
And, there's always that balancing act, and San Antonio has suffered and benefited from that. And you're absolutely right. And one of the problems with that line when we talk about 37 and anything to the east, when they built, and this is one of those sticking points with Mayor Jones, and I get it. When they built the arena, the Frost Bake Center on the east side, that was supposed to be the thing that would cause all that to the east would suddenly become fertile ground. That they would be on the path to the stadium, and people would be coming to and from downtown. And why wouldn't you want restaurants and new apartments on that stretch, heading down whichever road you want to choose your avenue to get to the Frost Center? It didn't work. There was the good idea, but no follow-up. There was no, because when we built it over there, it was our only option. We had screwed it up, and when we built it there, we got the stadium. Now we got to figure out how to grow that economic corridor, and we never did because it started out in a bad place. There was no way to fix that other than just build it, and in 25 years we'll come back and address it. And here we sit. We've come back to address it, and this time due diligence will be taken, and we're going to build it to where the growth doesn't follow it. The growth will expand from it, and it's a very different thing.
All right, we'll be right back. We're going to take a look at what's going on in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Friday night at 7, the Cowboys take on the Atlanta Falcons in their last preseason game at Jerry World. Pre-game at 6, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your midday commute, Highway 90 eastbound at Couples. That's a stall, left lane blocked. On 410 eastbound Marbach over to Vance Jackson, that's still rolling slowly. Keep in mind that the kiddos are back in school, so stay alert in and around those school zones. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line, 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz after 2 bad preseason games, the Cowboys are back home. In fact, they're continuing training camp at the Star in Frisco.
Shireen Williams with ProFootballTalk.com will join us at 5:15.
And the latest on Project Marvel is that Thursday City Council meeting looms.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by A&A Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
This heat is unbearable. My AC's completely dead.
Who needs AC? Just sit in front of an open freezer all day.
Seriously?
Trade bad advice for good advice. Call A&A Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today.
License number M37249/TACLB1167A2E.
When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio. Powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or hill-electric.com.
Hey, football fans, fantasy season is here, and Twin Peaks is the place to draft like a pro. From now through September 4th, reserve your fantasy football draft party at any participating Twin Peaks, and you get all kinds of crazy squalor. Score big with a draft kit loaded with everything you need. A $50 kickback card for the commissioner and $5 kickback cards for every guest. Plus, you get to sip on the local specials and enter for a shot at $1,000 in cash thanks to Molson Coors. Twin Peaks, it's your fantasy destination. Book today at TwinPeaks.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Woo!
Why did I do that?
Right? When anybody walks up and says, here, hey, try this.
Dude, I'm such an idiot.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm like,
is that good?
Most people would say, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just like, yeah, sure. He's like,
Yeah,
just
me
put
too.
some on your hand, just try it.
Just try it real fast, right before you go on air.
Mm.
That'll wake you up in the morning, won't it?
What is that?
It is hot pickled twang.
Damn.
Yeah.
What do you put that in a beer?
I assume so. We were talking about on watermelon. It'd be pretty good. This is not a paid it or like on a. He said on a lemon, which would that'd put me in the hospital. I would just shrivel up.
I wouldn't. If you had told me it was pickle flavored, I wouldn't have even wanted to try it.
This goes on corn.
Well, this would be good. Yeah.
It's corn. It's got the juice.
Saints are typical twang corn, hot pickle.
Man,
novel.
Well, all right. Yeah, I just used the restroom again. I knew it. I
never
knew
known anybody could do that.
Well, this one was closer. It was a closer call than the last time. The first time I got rid of my tamale from last night. This time was the chili Toriados. I love those grilled jalapenos they serve with, but the problem is you're not supposed to eat those things really. Like,
not more than half.
You're supposed to cut off a little strip or something and put it in your on a taco.
The grilled jalapenos with the char on them.
The fully loaded grilled jalapenos.
Too much for me.
I like to eat the whole thing.
This is so good.
And my wife is like, dude, don't do that. And last night I was like, I'm being responsible. I was like, I'd cut off a big hunk of it and then I'd scrape some of the seeds off.
The seeds I'm definitely not eating.
Oh, yeah.
That goes without saying. I don't care how little I'm eating. No seeds will pass.
But I still ate, multiple of these things. And
you don't pay for it all night long? I would have
serious heartburn.
I'd have heartburn, and my dreams, it would be like an acid trip. I'd wake up like, man, that was a ride.
Well, I have the ride on the toilet in here.
That does seriously. You sleep fine. It doesn't affect you.
I slept fine. Yeah.
That's the primary reason I don't. I just can't handle it 6 hours later.
Well, it's for me. I guess it is a little over 6 hours later. But, yeah. All right. Let's see what's going on in the world outside of sports. Lake Charles, Louisiana. This is a very Louisiana story. Matthew Vinson, who is 37 years old, lives in Vinton, Louisiana. He was in Lake Charles on around I-10 early Saturday morning when he saw a crane.
Okay, like a bird or a
no, a work crane.
All right.
Okay.
It was 5:30 in the morning. No workers were around.
So he checked out on the apparatus.
He thought to myself,
do some work.
I'm gonna see what I can do with this thing. So he climbed in and he decided to play like a life-size version of the claw game and try and pick up cars.
Tell me you haven't dreamt of it.
that
I would do it
while in traffic.
Oh, picking up cars.
He manipulated the boom over westbound lanes, causing multiple vehicles to strike into crane cables while he was trying to pick them up. He's been arrested. Investigators say he abandoned his truck in a nearby field before climbing into the crane. 1 count of simple burglary, 1 count of aggravated obstruction of a highway, 2 counts of negligent injuring, 5 counts of hit-and-run driving. I would have said, where was I running? I was sitting in my crane. 1 count of criminal mischief and 1 count of a pedestrian on the interstate. Troopers say the investigation remains active and are looking at whether an accomplice would have been involved. No, there's nothing in the story that details his sobriety level.
Right?
I would hope.
He could just be a dude from Louisiana, honestly. As someone who's lived in Louisiana, this could just be a dude from Louisiana.
This guy's going to be up on some charges. He's going to do some hard time. I bet he does 20 years.
20?
Well, look, he endangered lives.
No, you're right.
He broke into property. This is not something that's just going to go away as a passing out. He was drunk having fun. He almost killed some people.
At least 4 crashes occurred. They damaged the crane, and there was a lengthy interstate closure.
That alone's worth shooting. You close down the highway for no reason.
Damn.
That's life.
But, yeah, he was trying to play the claw game like they got in Pizza Hut.
Tell me, if you had the chance, though, you wouldn't want to do that.
Oh, I dropped it. Damn it.
Stupid Volkswagen. Let's try this one.
Tesla out of here.
Just crash the glass.
Let's grab a cyber truck.
Yeah.
Shake the driver out. Get out of it.
I'm guessing Louisiana, not a heavy cyber truck region.
Did you ever hear about that dude that broke the levee because he didn't want to go to work the next day?
Yeah.
And he got life.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There is a clothing optional area
of my house
at a park in Seattle, at Denny Blaine Park. Basically a nude beach.
It's kind of like Austin.
Yeah,
over at Zilker.
Yeah, I think that's out on the lake actually, but there may be one at Zilker now. I don't know, but
where's the beach? Where's the spring where you pay to go every day? Barton Springs.
Barton Springs.
That's you can go nude there, can't you? It's clothing optional.
I think so.
As most things in life.
Well, recently, neighbors in the area have said, "Hey, we feel like there's some safety concerns here. There's some lewd acts and
some unfortunate skin."
So what they did was they set up a fence and they attached a green tarp to it to shield park goers from viewing the area of the park that allows nudity. Yeah. It feels reasonable. Well, on Thursday, a man described in his 30s to 40s allegedly ripped the tarp off and put it in a honey bucket portable toilet. The man also allegedly damaged part of the fence. Neighbors reported seeing the man at the park frequently and told police he lives in a nearby tent. The association, Denny Blaine Park for All, has been fighting to close the park following the nearly daily instances of masturbation, sex acts, and drug use. And this fella seems to be a guy who lives in the park who wants to make sure that they'd stop infringing on his park rights.
His park rights to masturbate and run around naked.
It's really hard to masturbate to the public nudity when the public nudity is blocked off from you.
He needed to see it, huh?
He had to see it.
See, this is one of those instances where you go, you're right.
By the way, the fence and the tarp were vandalized less than 24 hours after it was put up.
Well, the real crime was naming the portalet the honey pot, but that's a whole other problem.
I've never heard of that.
That's an interesting name to choose for your company. But this is one of those things. You're like, man, none of y'all get to stay.
No,
everybody got to get out. You live in a tent here in the park and you're protesting. You got to go.
They don't. That's not how it works in Washington State.
That's a problem.
Really, really unfortunate story here. This may be the worst story I've ever read. In Doolittle, Missouri, as the locals call it, a tractor trailer carrying 40,000 pounds of ribeye steaks caught fire yesterday morning on I-44.
Can you imagine the smell?
What?
All 40,000 pounds of the ribeye steaks are a total loss.
Was there a salt truck behind it?
As you know, anytime a steak gets over medium, it's ruined.
It's ruined, yeah.
And these all got to at least well done.
Oh.
Yeah.
Feed the pores.
Yeah. No word on what caused the fire, but 40,000 pounds of ribeye steak.
God, how much is that?
Can you imagine?
Oh, I don't even know.
Pull up with a knife and fork.
Yeah, I mean, I'd try to get some from the very bottom, maybe the least burned.
Oh, yeah.
Think of the money.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's
$1 million worth of meat.
That's a lot of cow.
I mean, I paid $38 for 2 ribeyes the other day. So.
Well, did they weigh 44,000 pounds?
I don't know, but if you multiply it, and it was an inch thick.
That's what I'm saying. $1 million.
Did it say how thick they were?
No, it's just. This is an interesting situation here. This is in New Jersey. 1 crash, 2 DWI arrests, and 2 cars impounded.
All right. So only 1 crash. So the drunks hit each other.
No, that's not what happened. At 11:44 p.m., 2 officers responded to a crash in Washington Township, New Jersey. As a result of the crash investigation, police arrested 56-year-old Turnersville resident for driving while intoxicated. He had a blood alcohol content of 0.11%.
That's drunk.
His vehicle was impounded. And while at the crash scene, police say the passenger of his vehicle was given a ride home due to her own level of intoxication. All right. So once she got home, she said, well, I'm going to go pick up my man. And then she got a DWI. She drove her vehicle to police headquarters to try and pick up the male driver. She was ultimately arrested for DWI. Police say her breath samples indicated she had a 0.16 BAC. So now her vehicle was all, I forgot to tell you, the first wreck was a 1-vehicle wreck.
Oh, so, okay.
But now her car is also impounded.
Hey, man, you love her. Ride or die.
That
She's
is
coming to get her man.
She's been charged as well.
I Ubered. Just lie. How'd you get here? I Ubered.
You know, I'll say this though. Washington Township Police, they posted a flyer to their residents reminding them you can get a free Uber ride to your home from any bar or restaurant located within the township from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. 7 nights a week in this town.
I'm sure funded by a local lawyer.
If you get a DWI in that town, you're a moron.
Yeah, you deserve it.
You're a moron.
Although, ride or die, she did show up to get a guy out of prison.
She did.
Jail. Make bond.
Also, another terrible, terrible thing. You remember? You know, I always thought that like dudes would just say you could get an STD from the toilet seat. And that was like their way of like trying to lie to their woman. Like, oh, I got an STD. I must have got it from the toilet seat.
Yeah, I didn't have,
Well, it turns out you can actually start to get STDs from toilet seats.
What? No.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's good news for everybody who's trying to make up an excuse.
Yeah. More and more. Well, yeah, but if you
show them the printout.
But what if you're not looking for an excuse? You're just looking to like, use the toilet.
Oh.
Now, it says it's unlikely, but it's still also very possible. I mean, you could get a UTI from a toilet seat.
Really?
Yeah. But what? It says there are some exceptions of longer-lived sexually transmitted disease. HPV, which causes genital warts, can stick around for up to a week on surfaces. Because most of these diseases are like bloodborne, and once they're out of the body, they get cold and they're gone.
Right.
Oh, okay,
but some like this HPV, it says, can last up to a week on a toilet. Tends to be resistant to hand sanitizers and requires a concentration of 10% bleach to destroy it.
Clorox wipes.
Well, that HPV.
I don't know.
That'd be the Clorox wipe.
It says draping the toilet seat with paper before sitting on it or using a cover might feel like the cleanest way to use the public toilet.
But that doesn't work.
Nope, just don't use it.
Around 63% of Americans sit down when they use a public toilet, but around half of those first line the seat with toilet roll. 20% of people squat instead. However, a layer of toilet paper or a toilet cover will likely not protect you from pathogens.
I had heard that.
It will get other people's pee and poop from touching you. Yeah.
There's no line of people bring their own Clorox wipes because that's what I do.
That's what it reminds me.
I'm a squatter. I can take a leaner with the best of them.
There's a it all depends on where I'm at.
It's a skill.
I was gonna say.
It's a skill you learn from hunting.
It all depends on where I'm at. At home I have a squatty potty, like the little the thing you keep your feet on, because that's the way to get full elimination.
That's right.
That's the good thing about being tall is, I'm already kind of in that angle. So are you.
Yeah, but I prefer it. I like to get into like a full catcher's position.
Get down there like it. Anyway.
So
I don't need help with any of that.
Yeah,
just
it's
come
coming
out.
on out. I don't need a special angle.
Nope.
Vic's like, I just lay down in bed and it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whether I'm squatting or not, it's coming on out.
It's coming out.
I don't know.
I don't need to further this.
I don't know. This article also talks about a toilet sneeze, which basically means when you flush the toilet, all the germs in the bowl are projected into the air, and they land all over the bathroom stall and all over you.
Yep.
If you're still in the stall.
Which is impossible not to be in the stall.
So no more courtesy flushes?
Well, if you've got one of those one of those toilets that automatically flushes when you leave, if you get up fast enough and run from it, you might save yourself.
But then there's other toilets in there flushing at the same time.
All right, well, don't use these then. No more courtesy flushes.
This is one of those things you just don't want to think about.
This is life, Rob. This is what happens in the world.
You accept the fact I've made it this far, doing what I've been doing.
Right?
Then there are mobile phones. It is not recommended you use your phone while in the toilet stall. Your phone is already exceptionally dirty as you take it with you everywhere. Rested on ledges, you're touching it all the time. If you bring it to the toilet, you'll risk it touching pathogens that have been sprayed around the stall, and then you'll carry them around with you even after you wash your hands. So it says here, keep your phone in your pocket while you're using the toilet. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. And then, try your best to...
I'm just never leaving the house again.
Yeah. Shower when you get home. Sorry, man.
What was it called?
I've been
the
doing
toilet
that
sneeze?
Yeah.
The toilet
That
sneeze.
Is horrifying.
Or the toilet plume, some call it.
Oh, yeah. The plume,
absolutely.
the mushroom cloud coming out. Yeah.
I had read where those, like the air dryers, that just furthers the problem, too.
I think it does, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
I don't use those.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I like to kill trees.
Yeah.
Remember the old school ones where you'd go to it and just be like a cloth?
A never-ending roll?
Oh,
my God.
That it would just cycle around like, we'll just use this one again. Oh.
They had that in the locker room at my high school.
I think that's how I got measles one time.
Oh, my God.
And that's
what
why
a
none of us got
gross
COVID,
idea.
because we use those.
Yeah.
What a gross idea.
Just roll that cloth out.
Well,
all right.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
All right, let's take our last break of the day. When we come back, we'll do what we always do to wrap up the show. We'll take a look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th, and lock in your spot for one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympia Hills Golf Club. For just $120 per player, or $400 for a foursome, you'll get 18 holes of fun, friendly competition, and non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait. Spots will sell out fast. And once they're gone, they're gone. This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose, enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country. Presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and sponsored by Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, the party's just getting started. Head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. Cold drinks, great food, and the perfect finish to a perfect day. Don't get left out. Grab your crew, grab your clubs, and get ready for a Monday you won't forget. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Missions fans, get ready for AARP $2 Tuesdays at Wolf Stadium, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Enjoy $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more. Tonight, first pitch at 7:05 p.m. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at samissions.com.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Is Cialis Daily really better than Viagra?
If you like spontaneity, the answer is yes. So when the mood strikes, you're ready to go.
I felt like a young man again. My wife is definitely much happier.
When you take it, you're ready to go. Does Cialis Daily last longer than Viagra?
Guys are raving that their results last even longer.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star.
Because it is effective, I say I'm on a second honeymoon.
It's literally life-changing.
Does RexMD really work?
Over 85% of guys said not only does it work, they saw results the very first night. And you can get your first month free at freerexmd.com with medication delivered direct to your door. There's no copay, no doctor office visit, and your shipping is always free. Visit freerexmd.com to get your first month free. That's FREEREXMD.com.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Friday night at 7. The Cowboys take on the Atlanta Falcons in their last preseason game at Jerry World. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
This is Jason Minix, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You got a fantasy draft yesterday? Or today?
It's tonight. I thought it was last night.
Okay.
I do have it tonight, 9 o'clock. Auto draft.
9 o'clock?
Yeah, I'm dealing with people across the country. I know it's too late. And I'm drafting 6th, which is great. It's the best draft position I've had in years.
They don't care about you at all. They don't even want you in the league. They're making a 9 o'clock draft.
No, I really don't, because I kicked their asses.
Did you ever find the trophy?
I found half of it.
Is that all? Is that enough?
Minix took it. The football with the flask in it, I haven't been able to find. I haven't talked to Jason since he took it, so hopefully they found the other half.
I'm just seeing here there's a new type of fantasy league where it's called guillotine fantasy leagues. Guillotine, I guess, is if I'm thinking
we're
of
French.
jiu-jitsu,
We're fancy.
Guillotine fantasy leagues. It's fantasy football, but with more beheadings. Every week, the lowest scoring team gets eliminated from the league.
So do I get his players? Do we redraft his players?
I don't think so. I think those players are just out.
Oh. Now, if we were redrafting players, I'm down.
That'd be interesting.
Boy, it'd be hard.
I just got a breaking news alert on my phone, too. I'm all over it. The Indianapolis Colts have named their starting quarterback.
It is. I'm going to just throw out Danny Dimes will be their starting quarterback.
You are correct, good sir. Daniel Jones will be the quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts. At least that's their plan for week 1, barring an injury between now and then, which
not only possible, but likely.
Is actually likely, yes. Actually incredibly likely.
Did
for
they
the
follow
Colts.
up that Anthony Richardson will be the eager number 1, or did they also say, and he'll get his chance?
It just says that Daniel Jones has been named starting quarterback. Now, here's a question. The Colts play the Dolphins week 1. If there were betting odds, who is more likely to get injured, the Colts starting quarterback or the Dolphins starting quarterback? Who would you bet on?
I would just go on Tua, because I saw him get injured last year, just kind of
sneezes hard. Yeah, no, I think you're right. All right, let's wrap up the show the way we always do. We'll take a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Brewers in Chicago taking on the Cubs. Matthew Boyd hosting Chad Patrick and the Brewers. Cubs minus 155. Great pitching matchup. Astros and the Tigers. Hunter Brown and Tarek Scoobly Doobly and the Tigers minus 165. Max Scherzer is a minus 155 road favorite with the Blue Jays. They're in Pittsburgh taking on Mitch Keller and the Pirates. Michael McGreevy goes for the Cardinals. Edward Cabrera for the Marlins. Marlins minus 150 favorites. Bryce Miller and the Mariners. Mariners got their ass kicked yesterday. Logan Gilbert, who I actually liked, I lost money on, got stomped by the Phillies. Christopher Sanchez goes for the Phillies today. They are minus 190 favorites. David Peterson and the Mets minus 205 on the road, taking on the Nationals. Tomoyuki Sugano and the Orioles take on Walker Buehler and the Red Sox. Red Sox minus 145. Shane Smith and the White Sox. They are in Atlanta taking on Bryce Elder and the Braves. Braves minus 165. Carlos Rodon goes for the Yankees. Minus 125 in Tampa taking on Shane Baz and the Rays. Jacob Lopez goes for the A's. Joe Ryan for the Twins. Twins minus 145. Merrill Kelly and the Rangers in Kansas City taking on Seth Lugo and the Royals. That's a straight-up pick-em. Minus 110 both ways. Brandon Woodruff and the Brewers in Chicago for the second game of the doubleheader. Jamison Tyone going for the Cubs. That one is a straight pick-em as well.
This should be a pick-em.
I don't think it should be a pick-em, but
well, given last night.
It didn't seem we learned a lesson. Yesterday, the Dodgers were minus 315 favorites on the road in Colorado with Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Well, they lost that baseball game. Now, Emmett Sheehan goes for the Dodgers. They are minus 290 road favorites against that same Rockies team. Austin Gomber going for the Rockies. I guess the thought is, what are they going to do, it twice in a row?
Gomber sucks, too. So.
Hunter Green goes for the Reds. They're minus 135 in Anaheim, taking on Kyle Hendricks and the Halos. Kai Wei Tang and the Giants go to San Diego. Nick Pivetta going for the Padres. Padres minus 220. And Tanner Bybee goes for the Guardians. Eduardo Rodriguez for the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks minus 125 there. 125. Lynx at the Liberty Bibbity in the Lady Basketball Association. Liberty minus 3. The Seattle Storm, 11.5-point favorites at Chicago taking on the Sky. The Atlanta Dream, 2-point dogs in Vegas taking on the Aces. And the Mercury, 6.5-point favorites in Golden State taking on the Valkyries.
I saw yesterday the U.S. Open's kicked off.
Yeah.
Not that I care till like a week from now, but the U.S. Open is my favorite tennis event.
Oh, really?
They seem to have more fun.
It always seems like it's really hot.
Oh, yeah. But they're playing on a court that I get.
Okay, yeah, you hate
I don't like
non-traditional
clay, I don't
courts.
like grass, so it's the most fun event. And it's also one of my bucket list events. I've never been. I'd like to go to the U.S. Open.
Yeah, the Astros hold on to their 1.5-game lead just because they got their ass kicked last night. The Astros
Thank
did.
you, Seattle.
I don't know. I mean, my goodness, ugly. I don't think Hunter Brown's going to lose 10-0, but I also don't think if Skubal were to shut them, I think it would be the 5th shutout in 6 games for the Astros.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's bad right now. It's either 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5 they've been shut out. Total in that game is 7, by the way. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it again on a hump day. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.